someone to help me see the light, but I could never have been ready for this. I think I should start by letting you in. Take a look at you and start to lose my balance. What am I falling into? This feels like something new. I've seen a lot of views, but they were nothing like this. The way you do what you do, I think you're something brand new. Everybody spends their life trying to keep on getting back, searching but don't know just what we hope to find. I've been over 7 seas, hoping I can find some peace. Tell me, where's this love I hear is so divine? Well, I could never have been ready for this. I think I should start by letting you in. Take a look at you and start to lose my balance. What am I falling into? This feels like something new. I've seen a lot of views, but they were nothing like this. The way you do what you do, I think you're something brand new. What am I falling into? This feels like something new. The way you do what you do. I take a look at you and start to lose my balance. What am I falling into? This feels like something new. I've seen a lot of views, but they were nothing like this. The way you do what you do, I think you're something
Like you're holding on to my breath, playing back every word that I said. I'm sitting in the dark, reminiscing on the two of us. I didn't think you'd leave, baby, I guess I was just thinking that wasn't my best. We had everything, it was gone before the summer started. Got the memory of a love filling my lonely nights. Still think about you from time to time. I'm not asking you to come over, just wanna hit your line, baby, one more time. So tomorrow in the morning, can I call you when the sun comes up? Just to hear the way you say my name, it reminds me of what it was. call you when the sun comes up, just to hear the way you say my name. It reminds me of when it was us. Would you answer if I called you? Yeah, I know that it's been a while. So tomorrow, can I call you when the sun comes up? Call you when the sun comes up.
You say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay another night? If you say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay another night? Yeah, I won't let go, 'cause I don't wanna waste another night alone. Don't go home, I'm gonna ask you to stay another night. Yeah, I won't let go, 'cause I don't wanna waste another night alone. Don't go home, I'm gonna ask you to stay another night. Too many nights spent lonely in this bed. You're all I want. To keep me warm, wish you were here instead. I'm all alone. If you say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay another night? Yeah, I won't let go, 'cause I don't wanna waste another night alone. Don't go home, I'm gonna ask you to stay another night. You say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay another night? Yeah, I won't let go, 'cause I don't wanna waste another night alone. Don't go home, I'm gonna ask you to stay another night.
I was young, I was dumb then, running wild, low on self-esteem. Girl, you were everything I didn't need, but I think that's probably why we never got that far. Making out in my broke down car, tried to change me, I was too far gone. But can't you see I'm better now? Don't go breaking my heart just because I broke yours. It wasn't my fault. Don't say this is the end when we know there is more. A broken heart will never fix this. A broken heart will never fix this. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. A broken heart will never fix. Don't go breaking my heart just because I broke yours. It wasn't my fault. Don't say this is the end when we know there is more. A broken heart will never fix this. A broken heart will never
change me, I was too far gone. But can't you see I'm better now? Don't go breaking my heart just because I broke yours. It wasn't my fault. Don't say this is the end when we know there is more. A broken heart will never fix this. A broken heart will never fix this. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. A broken heart will never fix this. We never got that far, making out in my broken car. Tried to change when I was too far gone. But can't you see I'm better now? Don't go breaking my heart just because I broke yours. It wasn't my fault. Don't say this is the end when we know there is more. A broken heart will never fix this. A broken heart will never fix this. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. A broken heart will never fix this.
Crazy times, can't you feel it? Is there a reason for it all? Maybe take a ride on this pipe train. Hold it in, wait for it. Here come the fall. Oh, your mind's been spun into a web. Is the spider gonna catch 'em all? Wheels and deals, a flickering screen. Got your card, ain't you please? Gotta click 'em all. Who's leading us here? Who's leading us there? This is a real revolution now. This is a real revolution now. Revolution, revolution. Choose a side and keep on digging. Oh, the bottom ain't got an end. I open wide and let my heart breathe. Send all my love to those that hate. Dissolve it all. Oh, the light shines bright into the dark. It ain't too pretty. Take a peek inside. Yearning to journey, sensational spark. Get it home in the mud. Gotta plant some seeds. Who's leading us here? Who's leading us there? Is this a real revolution now? Is this a real revolution now? Open up the heart. Open up the heart. Inner peace means outer peace. There's love for us beyond these walls. Coping and hoping that the tide will turn green. There's a chance in the stars. Let's keep on looking. Who's leading us here? Who's leading us there? Is this a real revolution now? Is this a real revolution?
Yeah, I be in my head late at night, just contemplating all of my goals. Will I fold or will I chase them? I got adversity, two options. I can handle it purposefully, or I can let it murder me. But sign up for war, point out the target. target, show me the giants. Hold your applause, just getting started, sending the lions. Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready
But
for
I'll
me?
find a way, with or without your aid. Oh, you try to make me stay, but there's nothing you can say. 'Cause I'll find a way, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say. But I'll find a way.
Nah, I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision, come and watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the goat is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready to
But
say?
I'll find a way, with or without your aid. Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say. 'Cause I'll find a way, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say. But I'll find a way.
Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready for me?
Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say. 'Cause I'll find a way. start sounding outrageous in your eyes. Is it the passing of the seasons, passing of the time, looking for a reason and what you left behind, searching for the answers, pulling on a string. You just let go of everything. Come see what tomorrow just might So we gon' take our time, yeah. Got a lot we've been through. Fumbling on you. I can't find the words to say what I want to. What we got is brand new. So we gon' take our time, yeah. Got a lot we've been
I'm at that hut hike, I'm up the gut, then spike. I'm on my Mark Sanchez, I'm off her butt all night. So yeah, let me get in for a minute. I'm thinking the way that the wheels been spinning, I'm going against first in a couple of inches. But yeah, she flooded the engine and that's that 2-seat. That fumble brewski, stay loose, she off the truly. And I told that rock, but that ain't no excuse. She thinks that's bougie, I gotta move these right loose. She hit like Brewski and that proves you can't expect nothing but truth. I just be
fumbling on you. I can't find the words to say what I want to. What we got is brand new. So we gon' take our time, yeah. Got a lot we've been through. Fumbling on you. I can't find the words to say what I want to. What we got is brand new. So we gon' take our time, yeah. Got a lot we've been through.
She know that she got it, but she too humble to brag. Drop the ball on occasion, but never fumble the bag. She get up early and often, she gotta work for the man. While all these Instagram get paid to twerk on the gram. No offense, smoke a little bit to get her mind right. Never really yearn for the limelight. Spend a couple hundred for a cheap thrill. Wasn't really worth it in hindsight. Follow you, baby, why don't you show me the way? I know the one when I see her, I ain't gon' throw it away.
Fumbling on you. I can't find the words to say what I want to. What we got is brand new. So we gon' take our time, yeah. Got a lot we've been through. Fumbling on you. I can't find the words to say what I want to. What we got is brand new. So we gon' take our time, yeah. Got a lot we've been through.
Breathing, it's all alright. Believe it, I'm on your side. Don't you see it here in my eyes? Believe me, I'm on your side. On your side. Yeah, whether you're living on the run, sitting safe at home, crying out your lungs, honey, don't you know? Say the word, I'll be there, there to make it right. Anything in the world that could keep me tight. Say the word, I'll be there, there to make it right. Yeah, baby, I'm on your side. I'm on yours. My arms are open wide. Believe it, I'm on your side. When your heart can't see the light, believe me, I'm on your side. On your side. Say the word, I'll be there, there to make it right. Anything in the world that could keep me tight. Say the word, I'll be there, there to make it right. Yeah, baby, I'm on your side. I'm on yours.
안녕하세요, 이경정이에요. 드디어 울트라 스택 이겼습니다.
Folks, give it up for your Ultra champion from South Korea,
일단 런이 너무 좋게 깔려가지고 기분 좋았고 그냥 계속 평정심을 유지하려고 노력했어요. 그냥 계속 게임에 집중했어요. 3명 남았을 때 테이블 침리더가 됐을 때 이제 그 버블 점프 때문에 애들이 타이트하게 한다고 생각해서 어그레시브하게 플레이했는데 상대가 죽을까봐 좀 약하게 배팅했는데 또 상대가 홀해줘서 좋았어요.
Three blinds, all in the wrist race. Last three big blinds is 5-3 option. The river ace. Folks, give it up for your Ultra Stack champion from South Korea, Lee Young-myung.
포커를 한 지 한 10년 정도 됐는데 이제 결과에 신경 쓰기보다는 이제 과정에 집중하려고 노력하고 있어서 사실 트로피 딴 것도 물론 기분 좋지만 그냥 제가 열심히 했다는 거에 더 기분이 좋아요. 응원해준 그러니까 한국에서부터 응원해준 친구들이 너무 많은데 친구들하고 가족들한테 너무 고맙다고 얘기하고 싶어요. 고마워.
The APT Championship 2025 is proudly presented to you by the Asian Poker Tour, generously supported by our valued partner, Chinese Texas Hold'em Poker Association Taipei, CTP, title sponsor, Natural 8, valued partner, GG Poker, and supported by Copag, official card sponsor of the Asian Poker Tour.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Asian Poker Tour Championship Series here in Taipei, Taiwan. We are broadcasting live from Red Space for the Thailand Exclusive. My name is Pocket Kyles, and my co-commentator in the booth for the Thailand Exclusive is Vidur Single. Vidur, how are you doing?
Doing very well, Kyle. I'm raring to see what the Thailand contingent has to offer. It's usually extremely exciting. What a beautiful poker community we have in Thailand.
Yes.
And of course, big moves being made in the country with tournament poker as well. So amazing to have them here at the APT as always, especially the APT Championship. And what's at stake? Well, what do you know? A main event ticket to the APT Championship. These are not our ordinary APT Thailand Natural 8 events. We have a $10,000 ticket up top for a tiny buy-in of $35 equivalent in Thai baht. So this is a big one. Also, by the way, if you do get the main event ticket, one of these 6 will, and go on to ship the main event, extra $50,000 of free money. What more can we offer here, really?
Yeah, the extra $50,000 from a $35 buy-in. It's just, you know, absolutely astonishing. And if this impresses you, we have got so much more coverage coming up this series. We are just beginning. Only the third day of our live stream schedule. Tomorrow, we will be featuring the Natural 8 Cup Championship freeze-out. That will be the entire final day. I believe just the final table, if I'm not mistaken. I think they only have 12 players right now outside. There will be a couple of high roller events as well this week, but then the main event, the ultimate thing you have all been waiting for, the $10,000 APT Championship Main Event freeze-out. We will start the broadcasting of day 2 of the main event on the 25th, and we will go all the way down to a winner on the 28th. That will be the heavy-duty broadcast. And then, of course, always nice to close out the series with a couple more high rollers, High Roller Championship final day, and the Mini High Roller final day as well to close out the championship series here in Taipei.
Well, we have 20 championship events, many championship titles, or champions, let's just call them, have been crowned already, but plenty to go. For now, we will focus on the players from Thailand. This is a prize pool, by the way. They've all already received their flights and accommodations and a minimum guaranteed of about $400. That's 14,000 Thai baht. Goes all the way to 36,000, but don't forget the maximum value is by winning the APT Championship Main Event ticket worth $10,000. Only one player from these 6 will be getting that. Solid table we have coming up here, Kyle. Average big blinds 40, plenty of action to come.
It's also worth noting that everyone who has made this final table, on top of their credits, on top of that $400 min cash, they will also all be receiving, with the exception of the winner because they got a pretty big prize coming, a $450 side event ticket as well. So this whole thing is action-packed with value. There is so much to be won here. And of course, you know, one unlucky player might have to trade that $450 side event ticket for a $10,000 main event ticket, unfortunately.
Not a bad deal. And there we see them all dressed the same. The 6 players who will be fighting it out here at the feature table. And of course, our lovely dealer and some of the APT staff taking it all in, giving us the 360. There is a red space. We have very exciting news, Kyle. The $25,000 Super High Roller has kicked off.
Wow.
That is going on in the back. We have more than 35 runners there. I think we're down to 25.
Yeah, those couple tables on the right, that is the remaining players in our Natural 8 Cup freeze-out. I believe there's only 12-ish players left in that event at the moment, so...
And there we are, the shot back to the 6 that matter at the moment. No doubt, some of them new to the feature table, to the lights, to even live poker. These players have qualified online for a tiny buy-in, $35, 1,200 baht, I believe. This could be the opportunity of a lifetime for any of them. Loving the hashtag going, Poker Thai. Do have Thailand Poker Club on their sleeves. That's just sort of like an unofficial society for poker.
Yeah.
Love to see it. I certainly could have used one growing up. So poker, no doubt, ready to boom in Thailand in a way that should be really inspirational to the rest of Asia as well.
I love that the YouTube chat is already going off. There's some people cheering for their favorite players.
Let's go Thailand, 555 in chat.
Yes. I always find it's the Thai community that comes out in full force on our streams.
They do.
They really love to rail their friends and just be here for the camaraderie of the event.
And then we hit Google Translate. And what were some of the names you were telling me yesterday, Kyle, that the names get translated to?
Oh, I mean, I don't want to butcher what some of them might have been before, but we'll take a look today on what comes up. So
give me one. Give me one. Give me one of the ones you made up.
I don't know, man. I feel like it borders on making fun of the names.
I don't know. Like the moon will always shine. Something like that. I can appreciate them.
That's fair. I mean, I'll leave it up maybe to our Thai community to see if they appreciate it. But we'll see what pops up today. For now, though, some people cheering on their friends as we get into hand number 1. Just the final 6, and Upapat with pocket aces on the button.
Oh my
First
goodness.
hand in.
What a way to kick things off.
Yeah.
Upapat, let's go. It's got to be kind of confusing to just look down at the very first hand and see aces.
Right?
You're like, am I awake yet, or?
Right? You must be dreaming. Overslept the alarm, missed the feature table. But Upapat coming in at 4th in chips, just over $1 million. We have a couple shorter stacks. There are pay jumps, but with the flights accommodations and the side event and that huge main event ticket up top, you got to be thinking everyone's gearing for that first place finish.
Shows the aces.
Of course. You got to. First hand of the stream.
You know what? It'll loosen up the table, I think. Well
Yeah.
done, Upapad. Nicely done. There are the famously difficult to pronounce for mere mortals like Kyle and myself high names, so you'll have to bear with us, and we apologize, of course, in case we get them wrong. Do love all the support in chat as always. Let us know in case you know any of these players who you're supporting, any stories about them. Some of them do have very respectable hand and mobs, so no lack of live experience. However, like I said, with a $35 buy-in, I think it's fantastic, the opportunity the APT is given. Flights and accommodations paid for, $450 in terms of side events, and the pay jumps, which can help you get into some of the many APT events. Speaking of which, Kyle, how's your APT journey going? What events are we playing next? Any Deuces Wild on the horizon?
Oh, who knows? I mean, I still have to have that atomic pineapple in my viewpoint. I believe that's coming up in a couple days. So I'm going to try and square out some time for that. But after my first day of firing 3 bullets on my first day here without even a night's sleep, you know, I decided to take it easy for at least night number 2.
Very nice.
It's a long series, plenty to play.
The mental game needs to be strong. That's part of it. Rest is part of a good tournament series, folks. Learn from Mr. Kyle.
Nah, play tired. It's more fun. All right. Got a little bit of action going on here.
Yeah, so again...
Raskanmir.
Okay, well done.
Suited.
I was going to try myself. Pawn Raksamani. Okay. Pawn Raksamani opens King 9 suited, and then the King Jack off is coming along. 6 max. Nice hand to open, but he is short stack, so it's almost like he was trying to represent more strength than he had. Opening off about 400k, 10 bigs. Jack, Queen, 5. Middle pair, good kicker for Upapad. Could be trouble for the opener.
Does have the gut shot. King would not be good. Backdoor spades could be his friend.
And look how much of a stack he's committed already, Kyle. 75k. I don't see Upapad ever folding, so once we do head to the turn, we're looking at a 0.5 SPR on hand number 2 for Pawn Raksamani. No 10 to the rescue.
A king would be an interesting card now. Now that the queens are on the board, it does make a chop.
It's crabbing chips, but that's the give up. It's one thing to go out bluffing, but you don't want to do it on hand number 2.
No, be like me. Lose on hand number 3.
Still no 10, no king. Check mark for the King Jack, and a lot of comfort, mind you, with the 2 queens on the board. He has to know he has way the best of it most of the time, unless Pawn Raksamani was literally trapping a queen on the turn somehow.
Yeah.
By the way, clubs have missed. The 10-9 straight draw does come in, but other potential straight draws such as King 10 or even gut shots like Ace 10 have missed. He could think this is the spot to go for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are we about to see an elimination on hand number 2? Oh, it's been snapped. That's that. Going out in style, but a tough one nonetheless. We're already down to 5.
Raksamani out in 6th place, but you know what? Got to have a little bit of time on the feature table and is here. Flights, accommodations paid for, side event ticket worth $450, and an extra $400 in cash as a consolation for making 6th place. You cannot be upset with that. A long series left to go. You're free rolling on your way here. Well, no matter what your budget is, we have got plenty of tournaments for you to choose from. 10K freeze out a little too rich for your blood. We've got some $100 tournaments, $200 tournaments, $500 tournaments.
Up to 50,000.
Yeah, I
Come
mean,
on down.
If the 10K was rich for your blood, but you know, yeah, go for the 50K. Why not? Shot ticket, 100% of your net worth You never know. Imagine what a min cash would do for your life.
Exactly.
Maybe a little note to, for responsible gambling, just to slip that in there for a second. But
I'm excited about the $25,000. That's $25,000 super high roller, as we call it. That's underway. Good to see the response there. I wonder if we can reveal how many players have already made it to the main event through OnLive. Is that something that we're disclosing yet? I will say it's in the triple digits. That's an exciting
for the
thing
main event.
for the main event.
ooh,
So we do know these many people will be flying on down. It is by no means too late, folks. Go to apt.poker, check the schedule, take a look at what we have to offer. Maybe the most unique poker series in the world at the moment. We have mixed games. We have the APT Championship. 5 million is the guarantee. No matter what, we will be paying out close to $1 million to the winner, but with just a few more players, I'm hoping for that 7-figure up top payout.
yeah. And of course, the $450 credit that they receive in this tournament today can be used at any of the tournaments in this series. So you could fire tons of bullets at Atomic Pineapple, I believe. At least 4.
I see where your head is at.
Well, it just builds the prize pool for me, you know? The Atomic Pineapple Pro. All right. Basit with Queen Jack suited opens it. Defended by Sugdi, sorry, with King 6. Going to out-flop Basit with top pair. We're just on hand number 3. Already lost a player.
These two are somewhat bigger stacks. I suspect the gut shot and the backdoor is enough for the continuation bet. Checking behind here just says that you never have a king, and yet that's what he goes with. Good timing too. He's obviously getting called at the minimum, and now the backdoor diamond. Look at this, 30% equity with queen high.
Very interesting card. C-bet might find you in a bit of a better position in this spot. Yeah, you're going to be inflating the pot against a king results-wise, as we see, but in reality, when you don't know your opponent's cards, to be able to continue to barrel off here with equity on the turn leans in your favor. But surprisingly, checks through from both players again to the river. Kings and 9s will be good for Sukdi.
Just about the best hand pre-flop. Gets the check mark. Time to start value betting your own hand. Can't be too worried about demons. 9 did pair, but would have heard from it by now, perhaps. And try to get value from the ace highs, from low pocket pairs. 220 in the middle. Let's see the sizing. $125, about half pot, a little bit more. I like this, keep it friendly with the banter. Hero call being considered perhaps. And queen high hero call.
They came to play.
Let's go. It is the best queen high for what it's worth.
I don't hate it, you know?
You're beating other queen highs.
I'm sure ace high would be happy to show down, so queen high, not the worst hero call candidate in the world. But perhaps not good often enough.
So you mentioned the natural 8 event happening. Crossed the $1 million guarantee to 1.2 million. That is indeed the feature and the final table on our stream schedule tomorrow.
Yeah, that will be 11 in the morning. I believe that's when the tournament starts. The stream will be somewhere 11:30, 11:45.
The Natural 8 Cup Championship, of course, we're calling it because we are giving away one of the championship lines. You can see them on the screen there. They're even more glorious than the usual APT lines. 20 of them this time, compared to the usual 3. This is special. It is the first APT Championship. The numbers are just astounding. I mean, the 5 million guarantee main event on the horizon, the superstar, that's the 50K buy-in as well. Yet to happen. Super high roller on the way. In terms of series payout, I think $15 million, maybe more, is likely, or maybe guaranteed almost at this point, considering a huge chunk of the series has already led to record-breaking fields. It's hard to fathom this new height that has been breached.
I feel like I heard some unconfirmed numbers about how much has been awarded already this series, and I haven't fact-checked it, so I don't want to sprout it out there, but it sounds like it was starting to get close to 8 figures.
Big Stack deciding that the 60K is callable with the ace-4 suited from the small. Would have preferred a 3-bet perhaps, with this holding precisely. Pretty standard to bump it up using the blocker values, the suitedness. The fact that you can connect on both high and low boards. But as it stands, the Queen 3 of diamonds has hit top pair. Pretty comfortable. Dry board as well. Now, I don't know the cultural connotations here, but the black nail paint. Maybe it's goth, maybe it's pretty common. Does seem like it's matching the hoodie. And it's just throwing me off as to how well that's working. Super fashionable.
Everyone really looks matchy-matchy at
On
this
point,
table.
yeah.
The masks are black, the glasses are black, the hats are black.
Goodness.
And of course, the nails.
Poker finally seeing a regulatory uplift in Thailand. I'm super excited to see where things go. Few tournament series already being planned. The APT, of course, has announced its schedule for 2026. Go take a look at apt.poker. We're back in Jeju. We're back in Taipei. We are back in Incheon as we go almost every year. No Thailand for now, but I am hopeful for 2027. And I have heard whispers as well. And that's all it is. All I know are whispers, but a man can hope. Super convenient from India too, by the way, to get to Thailand.
And not only are we back in Taipei earlier in the year, but the championship series that we are in right now will be back next year. A bold move from the APT. Locked it in 1 year from now.
Before this one ended.
Right?
What if you overlay like a couple of mil? No, what is the opposite of touchwood? How do we do that?
Yeah.
Kill me.
Then it becomes...
Wait a second. No. I'm on the player side. Yeah, sure. APT, overlay a couple of mil, and do it again next year.
They make it a single re-entry next year. They go, oh, okay, one rebuy. 9-8 suited for Sukdi.
Big slick emerges, and I think it's time to bump up the action here. No point flat calling this. Just a call. What in the world? I think Sukdi is just not being played back at all because he covers everyone. Ace on the board. I guess a deceptive one. Certainly top is deceptive.
Good board for a C-bet. Got multiple back doors. Ace 10 deuce versus a big blind check.
Now I will say,
defense, sorry.
Kyle, I do understand the temptation to flat ace king in that spot. You know, don't want to balloon the pot out of position against somebody who can bust you. But personally myself, I wouldn't be able to do it on camera. this is a flat call you make and never tell anyone about. But I do respect, clearly, Basit is just playing his game.
Yeah.
And now favorable spot.
And we don't know how well these players know each other necessarily. Maybe they've got some specific exploits versus their plays. Ooh, interesting card. Top 2 now for Basit, but the flush draw does come in for Sukdi. Pot's still very small.
Potentially the best card in the deck for the Ace-King. Could get Sukdi to fire again. He'll just try to realize his equity in position.
3 pairs now for Basit.
Which I insist should be the full house.
Right. Is this going to be the time to value bet? No.
Great check, as it happens.
Sukdi.
It was the only way to try and get more chips in the spot. Does Sukdi take the bait? Basit could easily have 2 spades that have missed, and Sukdi would not want to show down the 9 high in that case. I think this just might work. Especially when you have a big stack. You do tend to bet, but look at this. Both players just dodging bullets, as Phil Hellmuth would say.
And there's a smirk. He's waiting in the bushes. No bites.
Certain amount of image building as well to show down Ace-King here.
Right.
Did not 3-bet pre-flop, did not bet the river. I think other players might be taking note.
Your flatting and checking range is now massively strong. Very interesting first orbit at this table.
Yeah, I agree.
If I was sitting there and didn't know these players, there would be a lot racing through my head.
New dealer, welcome, welcome. As usual on these tables, they are wearing a traditional outfit, in this case from Thailand. Looks very good in my opinion. Oh, and we do see seat number 1. No hand played thus far. Looking with a lot of focus at the shuffling. Some of the baby lines in the back of the shot there, those are given out over the course of the series. 200 events after all.
Also, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. I'm sure a lot of you are Thai speakers in the chat, but if you understand English and type in Thai, we do have Translate going to attempt to translate what you're speaking about. We'll definitely reply if possible. Queen Jack for Upapat. Finds the open on the button. Two big blinds. Basit in the small blind, ace-8 of hearts. Could be a nice spot for a 3-bet. Looks like Basit announced a raise, but they're just clarifying how much it was. And there it is, 120,000. Min click 3-bet from the small blind.
I just said seat 1 Kradenporn hadn't had a chance to be involved. This does look a bit discouraging, but at the same time, it's down to 10 bigs.
I mean, the min click 3-bet is always a confusing play to play against.
What does it mean?
I ask myself that every time I see it.
Well, he rips it nonetheless, and he does it at the perfect time. And I suspect now Basit might be tempted, thinking the pot outs are good. Still 7 bigs, though. Decent chunk of a stack. About a fourth. Just played ace-king tricky. Now does he want to give the players a showdown for the ace-8 suited min-click 3-bet from the small?
Well, with the dead money from the button open.
I think you just have to go with it, right?
Kind of have the pot odds now.
Yeah, maybe.
If you knew that your opponent's specific hand, you know, then
It's still pretty close, as we can see.
right?
Does take into account folded cards, to be fair, but yeah, I mean, ace-8 suited against a range of hands Crowd Importance doing this with. Will perform okay. This one's right on the line, though. To the extent Pasit's strategy is a little more heavy towards chip preservation, I'd love to see a fold. There's a nod, though, which should be followed by the chip. There we go. Another player at risk, well ahead, though.
Just 6 hands in, we could see 2 eliminations.
Has it really been an orbit? Too much wild stuff has happened already.
Ace in the window, 10 and a 7. That 10 was hiding. Seems pretty safe. There is one heart out there. But the deuce of spades will solidify the double up for Krudumporn. Both players now even in chips, just under $1 million.
I like the smile on his face. You got to be feeling it. One orbit in, you've found the double and more.
Right?
How can you not smile? There is a red space, or perhaps what I would say is about a fourth of the venue, a fourth of red space. It is absolutely massive.
Yeah,
right in the heart of Taipei.
Hard to tell because the feature table is in the smaller part of the room. And of course, there's more space taken up for all the camera and effects and all the graphics behind it. So
Oh, effects.
yeah.
Animations.
Right? Yeah, it's all a green screen. Nothing's real.
It's all green screen. There are no lions.
No, yeah, it's you just get an NFT if you win.
That sounds horrible. How
It's
dare
awful.
you.
No, definitely not how we do it here. But oh, look at Upapat with another pretty hand. Ace Jack. Much better than Queen Jack.
Well, he's had aces in the last orbit. Now begins Ace Jack, proper premium.
That was ages ago.
Ages ago.
It's a whole other game. Now we got Ace Jack versus sevens. Basit going for the jam.
Wow, that's a big
19
jam.
big blinds.
I like it. That's a lot of hands with a lot of equity to fold, as long as you don't run into a bigger pair. Ace 3 doesn't have much to think about. I suspect Upapat will be a bit hesitant. It's for 2/3 of his stack.
Going to get the count, but
This one I'm really not sure about, Kyle, whether it would be a call in theory because of the sizing. It's usually a bit surprising how close it is, because when the jam is this big, you can start discounting aces
right.
at the same time.
I feel like you can discount way more than aces at this size of a jam, no? Like in terms of pocket pairs.
Yeah?
You can go. I'm trying to think of where I would draw the line. This is not solver approved. This is just a little bit experience intuition. But like our tens, I guess our tens gonna jam 20 bigs here? The 3-betting?
Yeah, for balance sometimes, depending on the strategy. I mean,
Yeah.
you could just not having a 3-betting strategy with the exception of really weak hands and strong hands. But
I can't imagine jacks are doing that. I feel like jacks for sure no.
I don't know, Kyle. Some
Yeah.
people hate playing jacks. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
They don't love the jiggities. I myself am pretty partial to them. Pretty strong hand, if you ask me. But
Every time someone says they hate jacks, I always tell them, let me know when you have them. I'll trade.
we'll swap.
Yeah.
But RIP to the great Doyle Brunson. They are pretty difficult to play. Jacks and Ace Queen, he hated.
Did that start with Doyle? Is that
I
a
think
Doyle thing? I didn't realize that was a Doyle thing, hating jacks.
I think a lot of things that happen in poker between the 1970s and 80s get attributed to Doyle.
Doyle Brunson, yeah. I
But
mean, to
as
be
they
fair,
should be.
That's fair.
I mean, he's also our window
well earned.
to the 70s and 80s
Yes,
of poker.
well earned, well earned.
I'm pretty sure he didn't say a moment to learn, a lifetime to master, but I still think about him when I hear it.
Right. Nitawicit flatting 4-3 off in the small blind.
I do love Thai names. I gotta say, Nitawicit is an awesome name.
Sukdi with the 9-4 off raise from the big blind.
Love this.
3 bigs. Should get the job done.
Tons of experience showing on this table, and no surprise that Sukdi has a chip lead. Clearly knows what to do in a lot of spots. Nice pickup there, Rags versus Rags in the blinds. Each pot can make a difference, especially when you're going to be sitting next to that person for the rest of the table. It's also sort of a mental game, sort of this ongoing dynamic that you build.
Yeah.
2 orbits in. Round 1 goes to Sukdi.
Someone in the chat was wondering about a free roll code. I believe there is one for this event. It's Poker Pop is the password.
Poker Pop.
Poker Pop. Capital P in poker, capital P in pop.
Sounds like a pretty good beverage business opportunity to me.
All right.
Poker Pop. Go all in.
There we go. I think we've started a new business. We'll sell it the next APT.
Can we do better than that? Can we not stick to that slogan? I think we can do better.
No, it's too late. We're committed.
Check raise your thirst.
Check raise your third.
Poker Pop. Okay, the suited connector on the button. Open as it should be. A suited connector on the small blind. Good fold, discipline with the 5-1 suited. And what do you know? Suited connector and another good holding for Upapat. Has been getting hit by the deck a bit. Hasn't worked out in the form of a big pot yet, but Queen Jack suited. Does come along.
Both players nearly even in chips. Flop comes ace, jack 10. Neither player connecting with their flush draws at all, but middle pair and a gut shot for Upapat. Next to nothing for Nitawicit. Except for the betting lead.
And a fantastic vibe. Some cool earrings, great hair, cool nails. Gotta consider the whole picture, Kyle.
That's true. I was missing out on some of those details.
Yeah, nothing to do with check call with the Queen Jack. Gut shot does help things. Your opponent will be c-betting so often on a board like this, and in comes the gut shot.
Yeah,
Nut City.
Nut City's always a fun place to be. I've always enjoyed visiting there.
Fantastic town.
Right. Fortunately, that visa could expire on this river.
Okay. I like the use of language there. 2 flush draws, by the way.
A very dynamic board in terms of the suits.
Oh, and watch this. This bet is a bit ill-timed, not just because Upapat has a queen, but very few holdings are folding that call to flop. I mean, naked tens, perhaps.
Yeah.
So many hands become 2 pairs here after calling the flop. And if they were just draws, such as diamonds or backdoor spades, they're not folding anyway, so
Yeah.
shouldn't want to add more chips to the pot with 7 high. Could be setting up for a massive river bluff, though. And never mind all that. If the graphics are correct, there's an all-in. Oh, there we go. The graphics have been adjusted. Didn't make too much sense to me.
No.
There is equity to deny, but you can't be worried about.
Best river in the world for Upapat gets his visa extended in Nut City.
Come on, Upapat, you can do it. One more check. If Nitawicit had bet tiny on the turn, I would understand the temptation to lead. Yeah, I think that, what was it, 130K or so? I think Upapat thought that Nitawicit was trying to buy that check on the river, as we call it sometimes, you know, betting small on the turn. with something like 2 pairs. So he's let out and should be the end of the hand.
Yeah.
Difficult to find a check there, I understand, but would have loved to see it with the 2 flush draws missing out.
I think so. And with such an obvious 4-liner to the nuts.
Yeah, are you
It's
ever really
hard
doing
to
this?
get value from worse hands.
Yeah, tough to be bluffing in his spot.
I wouldn't hate a really, really tiny block bet, which might induce a bluff.
Yeah.
I think that I like in that situation. Something like 10% pot sometimes seems a little juicy. Seems like, hey, I've got an ace here. Please don't represent the queen if you don't have it.
Or 2 pairs. You might do that with 2 pairs as well. Yeah.
2
Like
pair.
Jack 10.
Exactly.
Sort of this merge block bet. Sometimes you're trying to get called by worse.
Yes.
Never really getting better to fold, but they might induce.
I think exploitatively online, I try to block bet a little bit more nut heavy. Because I think a lot of people read it too much as purely just, hey, let's show this down cheap. And so it's fun when you're a little imbalanced towards, nah, I've got it, when I bet really small.
Do they raise you then?
I think they just, like, it's not all the time, but it seems to be more often than not they go for it in some of those spots. And it's just so fun to snap it off.
It is the best.
It's like, surprise. And what's fun about those two is that sometimes you get a bit of value when it would have gone check-check as well with the nuts. It just gives you a little bit extra in the pot when they decide, I'll call and see. It's kind of a double positive when you're that strong.
Upapat with the queen jack off in the small. Really thinking about it.
Grabbing raising chips.
The greens are 25Ks, blues 5Ks, the grays 100Ks. He's gone big, 330.
And king jack suited for Basit. Facing this late position action with a decision. And that decision is to fold. Can't really blame him. It's a pretty strong hand button versus small blind.
Oh, that's so cute, by the way. Somebody was taking a selfie with Eric Seidel in the background of the shot.
Oh, love that.
Eric was clearly super gracious. Kind of happy we have that forever. This is bold, mind you, because Sukti is the out-and-out chip leader. I think Upapat's taking a stand, but Sukti is way up in his range, especially from the button as a chip leader. Ace-9 suited comes along, and what a flop. Jack 10-9, 2 diamonds.
Wow. Upapat now with top pair, open ender, and a backdoor flush draw.
Wonder how Basit is feeling with the king jack. Looking at the board. Queen jack a lot more playable, mind you, than king jack here with the open ender, so in comes the c-bet.
There's the backdoor nut flush draw for Sukti. His pot is getting very big very quickly, though.
Love the sizing here. It allows 2 more streets as opposed to 1 in case called. You can see we had about 700K in the middle. Had to downsize a lot to ensure that he remains over 1 SPR. That way the strength of his hand is not revealed too easily. Also gets the ace-9 to become almost a mandatory call at this size.
Love to see it. Upapat taking some pre-flop aggression, turning it into value, but the turn card will put Sukti ahead, turning trips now with ace-9.
What a bank. Life on easy mode at the moment. 82% of course. Sukdi catching the absolute best card in the deck. No reason for Upapat to slow down. He's way ahead of the calling range on the flop. When you bet small, you widen your opponent's calling range. So it is important to continue barreling here.
Is that a jam? Not quite. Very committed, though. Sukdi going to get a count. Size up his opponent's stack. What's left behind?
Yeah, I don't see him jamming, ever. Want to keep getting value from weaker jacks and tens, flush draws. Funnily enough, in terms of hands, Upapat would be afraid of would be better jacks that could get this far. A 9 should be so unlikely. But now there's the jam. Brutal spot.
I mean, Upapat must feel pretty committed with the equity you can draw to. You gotta feel like your open ender is still going to be live a big portion of the time. Of course, a jack, nearly always good if you are behind in this spot. Are beating some potential combo draws that might do this here, but given how much you committed yourself with that raise to those combo draws, just call and see a river.
I can't really think of a combo draw that would play this way just because of the pot odds you're offering.
Yeah. Even like ace
So-
8 of diamonds can just call.
Yeah, forgetting the fact that there's extra chips from Sukdi in the middle, I think the effective pot would be approximately 2.4 million. And you're giving your opponent 3 to 1. And if they bet this big, I mean, they might come along with better draws, or let's just say something like the hand that Upapat has, right? Like a pair and a straight draw. You're pricing them in. I think Upapat has to have the feeling that he's behind. Could be way behind. Could be dead, although that's unlikely. Your opponent very likely to trap if they had a full house. How is he to approach this? And he does make the call. We could be on the verge of being down to 4-handed. And again, Kyle, we're not even 2 orbits in.
No.
Maybe exactly 2 orbits now, taking into account the elimination. 18% to survive. Kings, 8s, and a jack that's still live. There's the 8. Oh my word. What a catch.
And the pre-flop unorthodox aggression from Upapat with queen jack off turned into a massive double up. Sitting at 3.5 million in chips.
Sukti taking it as well as anyone could. He's lost 1.7 million chips or so. Gone from first to towards the bottom of the leaderboard here, and a huge new chip leader emerges.
I believe Sukdi is our short stack now.
Basit, by the way, who had the king jack, had been eyeing the pot very carefully.
Right.
Then he realized he was way behind on the turn and then lost to both of them on the river with the king jack.
And the sparks are flying here. Just 10 hands into this Thailand exclusive. Upapat with an astronomical chip lead, 70 big blinds.
Tough beat to take for Sukti, but it's far from over. And I think he knows it, honestly. He's super stoic about it. Very impressive stuff. Still has about 15 bigs. Plenty to work with. He's clearly somebody who's very experienced.
But with 5 players left, Upapat has nearly half the chips in play at the moment. That is a commanding lead for 5-handed. And remember, the value is really top-heavy with that $10,000 main event ticket.
Yeah.
And Upapat has now positioned himself as the clear favorite to take it down.
By the way, that might explain the call with the queen jack as well. You know, in a sort of winner-take-all scenario.
Right.
You're willing to gamble it up more, and that's fair enough. The idea being that if you catch and get the chip lead pot, then you can convert it into a first-place finish more easily. So,
yeah,
cannot hate the call too much there. friskiness now with the 9-6, but it's not so much friskiness. Could be just a small blind strategy. I don't like the sizing, though. Just a 2.1 big blind raise from the small blind. You do have to go a bit bigger. Your opponent is getting really good odds to close the action in position. And by the way, ace-8 might be good enough to just 3-bet jam here. Just decides to call. 40-60 heading to the flop. Pre-flop aggression by the small. We saw Crown Important willing to go for it with the ace-10 earlier. Bit surprised to not see... Oh, there we go. Graphics getting cleared out.
Yes.
The dealer was
Okay.
washing
Yeah.
the cards. That makes more sense. I was surprised to not see aggression with the ace-8. It turns out it was a 3-bet and a fold.
He just was aggressive too fast for us.
That's true. Too aggressive, too
Couldn't
fast.
even keep up with his aggression.
And that is tough, of course, for the graphics team. Shout out to them. Do a great job. The dealer, by the way, just so you know, behind the scenes, needs to communicate the action. And our excellent stream team has to input it. So we do tend to get it right on the second try, if not the first.
Pot, the man of the first 12 hands.
Has it been not even an hour? The man of the half hour.
Who cares? This is exciting. Slows down, though.
Yeah, surprised to not see the table bullying begin with that massive stack.
Like
Suited one gapper.
You're going to take those big chances. I mean, keep them coming. But it's tough, though. If everyone does just value that first place prize primarily, then you don't really get bullying power.
Can't put ICM pressure. And also maybe a bit too obvious, right? You just got the chip lead.
Yeah.
I do remember, Kyle, I once got absolutely owned in a tournament because we were all kind of short and then I just got the chip lead and I decided to limp from the small and then raise when the other player tries to isolate from the big blind.
Yeah.
Just got a bit fancy with my King 5 or whatever it was. And I get jammed on, 4-bet jammed on with like an ace-6. And when I saw it, I was like, how did you know I didn't have it? And they just said, well, you just got the chip lead. You decide to jam. I just figured you can't have everything going for you all at once.
Sorry to interrupt that, but we saw Pasit fold 9-8 suited on the button there. Open folded. How short is Pasit? Not that short. I mean, what, 15 bigs, 16 bigs? Like, it's a little short, but 9-8 suited on the button. Can't imagine not opening that. But
expects one of these stacks to rip, perhaps. Would have been correct with the ace-king lurking on the big blind.
yeah, results-wise, good situation. Did think about it, though. But definitely fold on the tighter side for Pasit. So have you found your way into any of the side events this series?
Not yet, but it's on the cards. Plenty of days to go.
Oh, yeah.
What day is it today, by the way? It's 21st, so we have 9 days of the series to go.
21st, yes. Is this the third day of streaming? Oh, it is, too. Okay.
9 days.
Yeah. I was thinking this was still the second day of streaming and went, oh my gosh, I am going way too hard on this series. I've done too much for 2 days, but I feel a little bit better knowing that we're at least on the third day right now.
There we go. Some fun events that appeal to me are lined up. I certainly do love these 9-game mixes, but today, by the way, was the big one. The Championship Mixed Games event. The $2,000 or so 9-game mixed buy-in. Actually super excited to see how that one's doing. Let me go to apt.poker. Check it out.
Yeah, of course. Just let it auto-scroll down to the right day for you once you click on the series.
Love that every time.
Beautiful.
And I've been around since when that didn't happen, so I extra love it.
Yes,
Little things in life, isn't it?
whoever programmed this site, this app, really well done.
We also have an app now, by the way, you can install once you go on the website.
Look at this. 2 raggy hands in the blinds. Flatted and checked. Sukdi in the big blind sees a free flop and hits bottom pair. Is facing a bet though on this flop. Ace Jack 6. Does make the call. Nine on the turn. Need to reach it. With still nothing going for his hand but the betting lead. Does not go for a double barrel. Checks through on the turn. Go to the river. It is the deuce of diamonds. That is now 2 pair for Sukdi. Very comfortable with that hand, given the action. And need to reach it with just 7 high. Might consider bluffing at this, especially after it checks through on the turn. It's going to be a confusing story, and 2 pair is going to love to see it.
I think this is a must raise, by the way, with the 2 pairs.
I think so.
Has 575k. Chip preservation, usually very important. We just discussed this is a winner-take-all situation. And I think because of the funny story angle of it, sometimes you can get called by just top pair. Deceptive 2 pair here. In a regular tournament, could make the case to just call.
Yes.
Those extra, I guess it would be 400k in this case, could make the difference between spinning it back up or not.
Especially if it was a normal final table with those massive, massive pay jumps. But
yeah. Do you think in a sort of cash game equivalent scenario where it's just chip EV, this is a great spot to go for it? Because you want to be bluffing here sometimes too, and it's very difficult to have balance. When a deuce hits, it's pretty difficult to catch 2 pairs usually.
Yeah. Using up multiple time banks.
I don't mind it. I suppose you could be balanced if you were bluffing as well, trying to put it together. Just a call though. The result is the same, but would have loved to just see the move being made. Heads up, 2 pairs pretty strong. Just took a look at, I believe, what is now going to be our final table for the Natural 8 Cup Championship.
Ooh, okay.
And always lovely to see familiar names. Kitty Cool, by the way, 3rd place in chips.
Well, she made the right move staying out of the tag team event today.
Well done. Well done.
She traded 1 feature table for maybe a bit more of an important one. Not going to lie.
How dare you. They both offer championship creds, and this one comes with a huge prize pool up top, and she is representing, and the only one representing Taiwan at the final table. The chip leader has the coolest name in the business, Robertus Henricus Bernardus Hollink.
Now
Wow.
That's a name.
That is a name right there. Christopher Mateo, familiar name as well.
Oh, yes.
And we do have, at least in terms of players I recognize in form of their names, is Julian Andrew Warhurst at our feature table sometimes. Should be a fun one. Stay tuned. Hit subscribe. That's what we have on the calendar for tomorrow. Record-breaking event. 1.25 million, I believe, was the total prize pool across the guarantee. And the payouts, let's see, 7.5 million TWD. So that's about 250K US up top. Wow.
$250,000.
The old $250,000 ball. And of course, the APT Championship trophy. Oh, and of course, the APT Main Event Championship ticket.
Oh, yeah.
As we have at our championship events.
Throw another 10K value on there. Why not?
I'm very opposed to this, by the way. I think 2nd place should be getting it to feel better. But then again, poker's not about feeling better. Poker's about winning.
That's it. It's a greedy, greedy game, and we all signed up for it.
So that was me getting distracted as I was checking the entries in some of the other championship events. We do have the super high roller. I just mentioned 47 entries now. Would be really cool to see it cross 50, considering the massive $25,000 buy-in. I don't know who I'm rooting against here, but it is a double re-entry. And the re-entry is open till the start of day 2 tomorrow, so we might see some more entries there.
There you go.
And wow, Kyle, this is so cool to see the $2,200 mixed game Championship event has over 60 runners already. Incredible.
60 runners. Wow.
That is not an easy event to sign up for. You're talking about playing 9 different variants of poker at a very high level for a decent entry ticket. Really cool to see the game grow. And by game, I mean the game overall, with all the mixed games on offer, and the APT continues to be the home for them. Another big event, the championship event for the Women's Championship today. Good chance to quote APT CEO Fred. Poker is stronger when it's inclusive. Ain't that the truth? Over 100 entries for the women's event thus far. Still an hour and a half to go for registration.
Shouldn't see too much accent here, but Upapat raising from the small blind with 7-8 off. Does get jammed on by Pasit's ace-king. Easy fold for Upapat. A nice chip out for Pasit. Pasit, only 18 big blinds, but that's going to be good enough for second in chips. Upapat still with a staggering 3.4 million to his name. Someone asking the code for the 9 p.m. free roll. It is posted in the chat. Poker Pop is the code. I'm sure that was written in Thai, so maybe they didn't read it or can't even understand what I'm saying. Need to reach it. Fairly short stack, 9-10 suited. With the term I hate the least when short-handed, under the gun. So misrepresented about their actual position.
What did we decide? Minus yesterday? From -3?
I think you should start, every position should be named from the button, which it is traditionally, except for under the gun. Because that best describes
all early positions are named from under the gun, right? +1, +2.
Sure. Okay, yeah. So once you get past, six-handed poker, it becomes named from under the gun. And Sukdi, king-queen suited, 17 big blinds, 1 million chips in the middle.
Bit of a glitch, but bear with us in case you can hear us. We do have an all-in situation.
Yeah, just going to a safety screen here. Sure, we'll fix it shortly.
Safety screen. Sounds like a safety car in F1.
It's like the safety dance.
Very, very safe.
Yeah. You familiar with that song? Is that a very global song? Safety dance. No safety dance. We got to entertain them somehow. We got to kill this air. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because if you don't dance, they're no friends of mine. I wonder, where are they from? I need to know what. This better not be a Canadian thing. It's such a ridiculous song.
Well, I want to hear more.
It starts off with a synth intro.
Wait. Copyright.
No, it's a cover. It's safe. As long as we don't actually play the song.
From the corner of my eye, I can see the word Canadian on the Google.
No way. I can't believe that's a Canadian song. I thought that was like a Swedish, like European, because it sounds so ridiculous. I can't believe this is Canadian.
I feel less bad for not knowing it, but now I do.
I feel embarrassed now.
I'll whip it out.
This is my culture?
At the player party.
Oh my god, it's a Canadian song from the 80s. Written by Ivan Dorashuk. Classic Canadian name. American-born Canadian. Not even European at all, but...
There we go.
Back to the action. I don't think we got to see how that hand played out, but...
Fold, I believe.
Most likely. There's still 5 players. The chips look fairly similar. And you wouldn't have gotten to hear my safety dance in rendition if it weren't for that slight break in the coverage.
I feel like I know more about your culture now. Thank you.
Apparently, I know more about my culture now, but more importantly, crowd and porn with ace-queen in the small blind. Looks like that's a raise, 150K. Will he get some action? 7-4. Need to witch it. Quick fold. Stack's getting short. Need to witch it. About 11 big blinds. gonna lie, I did start to deep dive into that song a little bit now. It's blowing my mind at the moment. Gonna try and stay on topic here, but my world is changing, Vidur. My world is changing. Upapot, ace-9 off. Going to open up the action. Under the gun, more commonly known as the hijack. 5-handed. It's just so misleading. Imagine you're telling someone a hand history. I open under the gun. You have to now clarify how many handed it is.
Yeah, I'm not averse to it because I think you should clarify how many handed it is anyway.
That's true.
And I do think that players are kind of muddled in their head. You know, they do treat it as under the gun as long as they're maybe until they're 4-handed, 3-handed.
I think maybe it bothered me early in my studying days because you're trying to come up with these like pre-flop or memorize these pre-flop charts on what you're supposed to play. And if you call all these different positions under the gun, where you play all these different hands, it gets really confusing in your early days of studying. Nitawichet hits top pair from the small blind with King-Jack.
I did once call the low jack UTG +3. And our fellow commentator, Henry Kilbane, never let me live it down.
Oh, no.
It's like, there's no such thing as UTG +3. Like, but there's a +2. Isn't the button UTG +6?
I mean, there's 10-handed poker.
Here we go. Nice little check raise jam.
Should get the job done.
That extra pickup, it's almost like limit poker. Let your opponent give one more bet, then pull the trigger. Up to 1 million for Nitawichet. Wow, there's 4 even stacks. One big stack and 4 short stacks, middling stacks. I guess.
Yeah, it's tough though because with such a top-heavy payout, it doesn't really give Upapot a license to print. Now, maybe if these players are going to be treating this payout structure differently than you should, if you can pick up on that, you'll have a little bit of opportunity, but you gotta be very specific on which players are going to treat it that way. And from what we've seen, I don't think they're going to.
I hope not.
Yeah. It's okay, it makes for some action poker.
Broadway's in the mix. King 10 suited is absolutely not foldable, but keep in mind there's been a limp on the cutoff. And I think the right move here is to ISO. King 10 is just so strong. You don't want to let the small and big in for free or a deep discount. Yeah. 25Ks and the gray chip worth 100 have been grabbed. 175 is the raise.
I like
And
it.
look at that. The ace-4 and the 10-9 would have come in if he just limped behind. You want to punish the limper a bit. If they are trapping, sure, every once in a while you'll get punished back, but it's not easy to have a strong hand and hold him, so.
Depending how soft the field is, there are so many times when I have that ace-4 in the small blind and I see limp call, and I'm just like, jam, jam, jam. But I've been known to get carried away with those those steals.
The squeezes.
Sometimes a little bit too much. I'm like, it's so weak, it's so weak. Just rip it in, take it all down. And to be fair, I think it's still, even though I do get caught speeding a couple times, it does work out more than it doesn't. So I'm sure it's still an EV positive play for me in those soft fields online. But
Yeah, aggression usually is, man. 8-high try board for Broadway cards. This is why you want the betting lead. The tiniest of c-bets could get the job done. Now, crowd important. Limping and then calling the raise or the isolation raise can be a lot of those low pocket pairs. Could be why Nitawichet checked behind and is punished with the perfect queen on the turn for crowd important. And now he's trapping.
I know for Nitawichet, your opponent is going to connect a little bit with that board sometimes, but I just don't think it's often enough to neglect a c-bet. You still have, you know, 2 over cards and a backdoor flush draw to go on a very dry low board in that spot. I think
Yeah, I agree.
c-bet there is, it has to be done. And
I can take a side of it though, you know.
Yeah.
because of the pot size. 500k in the middle, 800k behind, and he might think he has enough equity with the king 10 suited, but
It's fair.
you know, when you give free cards to your opponents, I find they just hit them. It's so annoying. Every time I give them a free card, they hit. What's that about? And now the confidence of Proud and Porn to check raise this, considering their stacks. He just knows Nitovic can't have a strong pair, kings or aces, for instance, because the check on the flop decides his queen jack is good enough to check raise small there. Interesting pot, and it puts a huge gap between these two. Almost double the stack now.
I know nobody asked, but the safety dance. Proud Canadian 80s song.
Okay,
It
let's
only
see.
went to number 11 in Canada, but it went number 1 in Denmark, number 1 in Portugal, number 1 in South Africa, number 1 in the US.
Not number 1 in the US.
Number 1, the US Billboard Hot Dance Club.
Oh, number 3 actually. That's not
Sorry, I
too
guess
bad
number
either.
3 in the Hot 100, so
That's crazy.
yeah. But only number 11. Canada Top Singles. What a wildly weird part of our history that I was sure was like some sort of like Swedish song.
Clearly, Denmark's having a lot of fun.
Apparently. Up a pot with 4-3 in the small blind, but with a ton of chips to his name. Not shying away from aggression. Looks like this time he goes for the flat. Queen 5 for Pasit.
Off to the flop. I do enjoy the blind battles, especially short-handed. Get the most interesting, you know. Ranges are so wide. Usually I'd say let's see who wants it more, but Upapat has just such a huge chip lead. That being said, the open-ender for Pasit. Small bet. The pot building begins. The open-ender simply cannot go anywhere. So much equity. That's the best hand while he's at it. Ten of clubs.
Front door flush draw comes in. Neither player with any clubs in their hand. Pot taking a stab at this pot and gets a quick fold from Pasit's queen.
Chip lead will do that. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
We are just looking at a $30 pay jump. That is pretty close to a buy-in.
One buy-in. No, jokes aside, I doubt the players care about a $30 pay jump, but we do go in terms of the cash payout. You know, not like a regular tournament, but you are talking about going from $35 for your buy-in to almost $1,000. I wouldn't be surprised if people are taking that into account. And mind you, we saw in the Natural 8 Taiwan event yesterday, much bigger buy-in, around $100. Let's just say similar pay jumps, in fact, a bit bigger, but cash money is cash money, Kyle. You know, players were taking that into account, it seemed like, from their play.
Yeah, that's what my grandpa always used to say.
Put it in the mattress. Cash money is cash money.
There's always money in the banana stand.
And there's always money in the banana stand.
Come on, Upapat. Suited cards, let's go. Oh, I'm getting some love in the chat for posting the free roll password. I'll take it. Take love where I can get it. So, Upasit, Ace King. If that doesn't show you love, what hand will?
There we go, all in. There's no way he's gonna pass it. I'm in my Joe Stapleton phase of commentary, by the way. Shout out to Joe
Perfect.
Stapleton.
It's what we need. It's what this world needs right now. This is how we heal together, Vidur.
Upapat is gonna be down a pot.
Oh my. Okay, here we go. Turn up the pun notch. Vidur and Kyle are in the booth.
Couldn't resist. I don't get the point of Hollywooding here, I have to be honest. You have a massive chip lead, 5-handed.
Yeah.
You're expected to put pressure with hands that can't call a 3-bet jam. That's okay. Let it go on to the next one, all good. I love when you're watching like the Superstar Challenge or even, you know, some of the top pros that we have here. They'll insta-fold. By which they're saying, hey, I'm going to be super balanced here. Sometimes I'll have it, sometimes I won't. Good luck figuring it out.
Yeah. But if you're a little less experienced, I get the I get the intention or maybe the default to make sure your mannerisms are a little balanced when you're unaware of what you're giving off at certain times. Because I know I've caught myself in some of those spots where I'm like, I could just snap fold here, but am I giving away anything? Maybe just take a few seconds just in case. And it may be unnecessary sometimes, but I think depending on where your experience level is at, it doesn't hurt to play it a bit safe.
I like the meta too of, you know, just looking your opponent right in the eye as you show a bluff or show a failed bluff. Just like, I'm fearless. I'm going to be doing this all the time.
Right.
You got time to let the 7-6 suited go on the button. 10-3 suited. It's the same fate. Suited ace. Tiny stack now. Wouldn't blame any move here, really. As you've been saying, Kyle, under the gun is the hijack, so the open is relatively late position. Decides not to jam it. Didn't think he had enough fold equity, I suppose. 2 hearts on the flop as well, and mind you, 2 overs to the 8, so look at the outs, 14 outs. The ace-4 suited is a favorite. All live.
I'm surprised you don't go for the stop and go here. You're flatting less than 1 SPR.
Oh, he might.
You pick up the... But he already checked. I feel like you just,
right.
you just go for it. Yeah, so... I don't... I like the flat. I think you got to jam, though.
I don't think he has checked, considering the action or the cameras on him. Oh, there we go. We have a turn then. Yeah, so the camera just never switched. I guess the graphics did, so...
Oh, see, now this is... Now it's less comfortable. Do you semi-bluff? Do you showdown ace-high? Is semi-bluffing worth it at this point? Like, maybe 1 big blind bet for protection? Something like that? I guess that's what he's going for.
Yeah, but Nidovic is lucky. He's getting the right odds to draw. Actually, better than the right odds. Doesn't have too much fold equity, so a check raise all in. Maybe a little less frequent.
Yeah, I mean, I think just donk jamming the flop is great, but now that you're in this position, I guess you call it down. Is ace high good sometimes? You still have your drawing equity. Now ace high looks really good, to be honest, in this spot. But
so does a full house.
So does a full house.
Only needs to worry about a hidden queen, but seems very unlikely. Looks like he's ready to show this down. Again, I'd love to see a value bet. Pretty much only losing to a queen that decided to trap 3 streets.
Queen's not trapping like 0.8 SPR. Queen's just getting that in. At least on the turn.
I like trapping.
At least on the turn. You think? You think?
You know, like you get to act like Phil Hellmuth.
Right.
I trapped you.
Right.
A lot of trap equity. Shocking check, I have to say. Extra safety.
Well, you know, 20 hands ago, they did see someone leave the table very quickly. Maybe it scared everyone still, just a little bit. They went, oh no.
That could be me. Tiny stack now for Nitovic at 4.3 bigs.
You know, you mentioned staring your opponent down, just showing the bluff, and even if it's a failed bluff, and just going, yep, I'm going to be doing this. And I got to say, that can be a lot of fun. It's a little more fun that when you do it, you're not also leaving the table because you busted. Because that's what I did. But I still stared them down and was like, yep, we're playing deuces wild, and I went 3 streets on you with ace high. If only I came back to that table, then it would have been worth it. But
They should allow instant rebuy on live tables, I feel. So you can
Right?
stick around with the same table.
I would love that.
Where you built an image.
Maybe with the new apps they have implementing into tournament series is where you can have some credit on the app and just click a button.
I think just an instant rebuy physical button for everybody in the tournament. These are the ideas I'm not getting paid enough money for.
Right.
Think about the amount of rebuys that would
Are you prepaying
increase.
for that button, or how is this working? Because you still got to make a transaction. Doesn't matter.
Credit, whatever. Yeah,
I'm
sure.
good for it. I'm good for it. Don't worry.
We have player cards here at the APT. Swipe
That's
it.
true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, you can still have it on credit. Just a quick little scan.
The amount of like
Call the floor.
ego rebuys you would get by people wanting to be on the same table.
Okay, now you're talking about a profitable decision.
5% of the upside, that's all I'm asking.
Speaking of a profitable decision, pocket Kyles for Pasit. Anything.
Did you say, speaking of a profitable decision, pocket Kyles?
That's it. Well, the decision is to figure out how you're going to make the money here. But unless you're folding, it's pretty hard for this not to be a profitable decision.
A crazy stat given out by some poker operators, by the way. In cash games in particular, like a good chunk, maybe around 50% of profits are made from premiums, like aces, kings, queens, and jacks.
Yeah. What about cooler setups, 5-handed?
Yeah, ace jack
Short
is a
stack.
premium as well.
Yeah. Short stack thinks this is the spot.
8 for Upapat, the chip leader. This is by no means a hand he should be folding. He can pretty much ignore the 3.8 big,
Yeah.
considering his own stack. I think right now he's calculating whether Pasit can come back over the top.
Right.
And he's come back over the top. Oh, here we go. We're going to see a huge all-in here. 2 million chip pot coming. Chip leader to be decided. And Pasit is going to be a heavy favorite. There it is.
Upapot still boasting a fairly strong 19% equity considering the hands he's up against.
Just needs to hit a set. Standard 4-1 underdog to do that. Mind you, Nitovic with a triple up opportunity as well could get up to $1 million. 2 players at risk. Will we be down to 4? Potentially 3?
Well, everybody would love to see the next hand.
That would require a very unique combination of events. So we have 5-5-4 kings way in the lead.
I mean, just an ace would do it.
Yeah.
This would keep everyone alive.
9 of spades. Changes nothing. Nitovic staring down at the barrel of an elimination. Indeed what happens, and look at that. Huge chip lead for Pasit, now 2.7 million. And GG to Nitovic. 5th place here.
Not leaving empty-handed. Of course, on top of flights, accommodations, and the $431 payout, does get that $450 in tournament credits for a $35 buy-in to nearly $1,500 in value. That is quite the tournament result.
Now, I happen to know, Kyle, that you have not been to Thailand.
I have not, no.
And it's funny that when you hear $430 or so, you know, it goes a long way depending on where you are, but you perhaps don't imagine having an amazing time with it.
Sure.
But the actual payout, of course, isn't local currency. And when I see 15,000 baht, having been to Thailand, I imagine having a great time. That's a ton of money. You can have some amazing food. You can get a good hotel. You can have an amazing night of partying. Shout out to Thailand. Amazing
I've heard
country.
some very good rumors about Thailand.
Wait. Rumors?
Rumors. Well, I haven't been. I can't prove them. I've only heard the hearsay.
No, it is a fantastic country. Just gorgeous geography. It's like geographically blessed. Like, absolutely beautiful. Amazing people. Very touristy, depending on where you go. So that's a good thing in a way. They will cater to you in terms of, you know, language. Food even, by the way, because it's very close to India. They get a lot of Indian tourists. So every hotel will have some Indian food.
Okay.
So that they can appease, you know, sometimes the elders and people who are a little less adventurous.
Right.
Myself, personally, I love Thai food. I'm sure you get good Thai food in Canada.
For sure. That's the one beautiful thing about Canada is because we are built as a multicultural nation, our major cities tend to have a lot of multicultural food all the time.
Good Indian food?
Yes. Yes. I mean, you got to go to the right places, right? But
Well, may I recommend New Delhi as the right place for Indian food?
Okay.
We'll get some real butter chicken. OG butter chicken.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Some great Thai food in Taiwan as well, by the way. As told to us by Thai locals. They seem to have cracked it. In comes the aggression with the chip lead, targeting the person he just doubled up from. I do like to see this. King 4 off, a great candidate. Surprisingly playable when called as well in position. You have a lot of playability. Low boards, have a little bit of connection with the 4. Get to represent aces, connect with kings. Upapat seems not done with this hand yet. Some ego perhaps getting in the way. Jack 8 playable also, and these two are the deepest on the table. There we go. Off to the flop. 500 in the middle already. Ten high. Hugely favors the pre-flop aggressor in position.
We're just mentioning this blind on blind action. Of course, the shorter we get, the more common it's going to become. Speaking of Thai players, is that Tanasaur and Sailor in the background?
That was. I did spot him as well. Yeah, out of focus.
Yeah.
The Thai legend.
Must be recognizing him in the chat.
I was going to say legend in the making, but I think he's already a legend. Certainly an APT legend.
Yeah.
He's getting up there in terms of being on the Thai all-time money list, and I believe the table at the back is the 25K, so...
Yes.
He's firing big, as he tends to do.
We will be covering that final day. Not tomorrow, but the day after.
2 days from now, that's right.
A lot of big names in that one. I saw Eric Seidel sitting outside there.
Yeah, we saw him on the stream, taking a selfie.
Yeah.
I did just get an update from an Indian friend playing the 25K, one of 2. Did end up busting. He was shot taking as well. Neil Joshi, one of the best players in India.
Yes.
And I wonder what it's like to bust a 25K. I guess I'll find out if I see him, but...
Couldn't tell you.
Especially when you're shot taking, it's just got to be so tough.
Ooh. Big bet from Upapat. In an otherwise fairly passive post-flop action. Pasit does hit a 4 on this river for the best hand, but facing this large bet.
Almost pot-sized.
Feel very uncomfortable with it.
4 is just a bluff catcher. You may as well have ace high. And he lets it go. Power poker by Upapat. Literally wrestling back that chip lead.
Can't say he didn't earn it. Not with plays like that. Upapat came here to battle. Not happy with second in chips. Wants that dominating lead back. Knows where the money is on this table. It's for first and nearly only for first.
Here we have one of the more quiet players on the table. Doesn't mean he's not in it with a shot. We have 2 big stacks around the 28 to 30 big blind mark. 2 medium stacks hovering around the 15 big blind mark. Different strategies to win in poker. Just spotted Joseph Chong, by the way, at the back in the 25K.
Oh, yes.
Mr. APT himself, the most winning player at the APT.
Yeah, I was able to give him a quick nod as he was sitting on the way to the commentator's booth here at Red Space. And Pasit, if kings once wasn't enough, maybe kings twice is where it's at. Was a huge turning point in this Thailand exclusive. Will it continue the sun run for Pasit? Only has Krumduporn left to act. It is blind versus blind. Krumduporn does have a king. It just lets it go.
Good timing. Really good timing.
Krumduporn's gonna love to watch that one back later.
Yeah, I mean, with 10 bigs in the big blind, certainly wouldn't have blamed a different course of action.
Yeah.
Against a min open, too.
Yeah, not even a defend.
Poker's Sixth Sense activated there. As I said, Krumduporn had been maybe the most, you know, least, let's say, action player on the table. This player has been absolutely action-packed. Sometimes because of card distribution, sometimes because of chip stacks. But there you see it, the discipline paying off. Very easy to just bust and blame card distribution. Krumduporn taking a bit more agency there, finding a fantastic fold. Much harder than it looks. King 9 on the button, very playable. Pasit has the momentum. This hand, not as tricky in my opinion. Small blind, jack 9 off. Should be a fold, based on what we've seen thus far. Not low for Sukdi. Bad time for it. Did post the blinds and antes, but I suspect that'll be that. If you're going to have any folding range, I would put 3 deuce off in it.
Tale of 2 chip stack sizes. Our 2 10-ish big blind chip stacks and our 2 25-ish big blind chip stacks. Again, a bit tricky because it's not really final table ICM implications. These pay jumps starting to get a little bit bigger, but still just about $80. Yes, $80 is $80, but when there's a 10K ticket up top, it's really hard to
just 3 spots away.
Decision.
Survive 3 more spots, and you're in the APT Championship Main Event. That's wild.
Everybody gets kings. I mean, mostly Pasit, but this time Sukdi.
Oh, limb trap. Fair enough from the small.
Yeah.
Upapat has a kind of hand that you want to see a flop with. It's not weak enough to try and bluff at. It's not strong enough to raise for value. So the trap has been activated by Sukti, and there is a 7 on the flop, but an ace as well. Always an ace when you have kings, as they say, but this is a unique situation with 11 bigs effective. Aces should have been jamming in Upapat's shoes.
Yeah, kings still feel like the nuts here.
I would think so as well.
Losing to, what, 7-4? That's about it.
Nice extraction by Sukti now with middle pair. Upapat was definitely calling bets as well, but Sukti doesn't know that. So let's see what his plan is. Is it a very unconventional check raise to try and end the hand, or keep Upapat in the proceedings here with a check call?
I think I would have rather just go for value if I was Sukti. You're going to be stabbing at this ace-high board a lot, knowing your opponent is almost always going to be jamming aces. But I guess so are you, so.
Just calls, keeps the bluffs in. Now the 10 of spades completes the front door flush. Loving life a little bit less, I'm guessing, with the pocket kings.
But there's no king of spades.
Yeah, good time for a spade check. Same for Upapat.
Always better to check.
Your cards.
Yes.
Not the action,
Yes,
but he does
no.
check also.
Better to check your cards for sure.
Now Jack, both players hating this board, but the king's way ahead. Get the check mark. And again, if you really, really think about this hand, you can go for a value bet. Could be a block bet as well to be on the safer side, but your opponent has basically said they don't have two pairs, they don't have a flush, they don't have an ace when they check on the turn. So you're only afraid of combos that connect with a jack. I love this. I think he's firing 225. It's more than a block bet, 45%. It's not just about what you have, it's about your range. And in Sukti's range, check, call, flop, check, check, turn, bet, river, there's going to be way more bluffs. Think about all the possible straight draws, gut shots on the flop. That would have 0 showdown value. And looks like it's going to get paid off. Very cool hand. Nice extraction there by Sukti. All began with a limp on the flop, letting in a weaker holding. Extracted 2 streets.
Upapot once commanding this Thailand exclusive now finds themselves tied for a middling stack. Pasit separating from the herd as the chip leader. Of course, could have born with the only short stack now, under 10 bigs.
But a lot of patience, a lot of discipline and grit, it seems.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't count out somebody who approaches poker this way. With all the final tables we've seen, Kyle, when you have this level of composure,
yeah,
I think it speaks volumes about poker ability also. That's an ugly one in the small. I think it's the first walk we're seeing, King 10.
Yeah, we haven't seen the blinds shy away from action so far. Chat noticing how often the kings have been coming out.
Thrice, I believe.
Thrice. That'll be less than 30 hands in still.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Aces as well, of course.
Oh, sorry, exactly 30 hands. Look at that internal clock going.
Computer hand. Was gonna say UTG.
Ah.
No. On the
No,
cutoff,
no.
four-handed. This is interesting. Ace 3 in the small. Very curious to see what he does. Yeah, just rips it. It's actually strong enough to sometimes raise, but you don't want to be in the situation of needing to call it off. Picks up the blinds and antes, and they are meaningful now, 250k to be precise. Bottom pawn is down to 7.6 bigs. This is our final Natural 8 / Thailand table. Sad to see him end. We started with the Hong Kong Poker Player Association BOY event. Did have the Natural 8 Hong Kong table last night. Thailand today, of course, Taiwan yesterday. The business end of the series begins, I suppose.
Yes.
Huge payouts up top, starting with the Natural 8 Cup tomorrow. Only gets bigger from there.
But I mean, this whole series is just on steroids. All these smaller, usually more fun and lighthearted single table streams. Not usually featuring a $10,000 ticket top prize. Really bringing up the intensity, turning up the heat on these events.
We have a shout out in the chat for Don. A very enthusiastic shout out. Says playing perfect, brother. Could you help us out? Granty in chat. Who is Don? All in from the small with Jack 7 off. I like this. It's right on the edge of theory. And this is why 10-8 off shouldn't be able to call.
The edge of theory. I like that term. Sounds like a good band name or an album name.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Made it up. I get rights. Will you take me in the band, Kyle?
Sure, no problem.
Can I be the hype man?
Practice starts tomorrow.
Hype
10
practice?
p.m. Show up with your most enthusiastic emotion.
Yeah, 10-8 lets it go. Theory as in, is it correct to jam it in as per the charts? And with the big blind ante in play, it certainly is, especially at this stack tap. I think a good rule of thumb, without an ante, any queen is okay. For 10 bigs and less, certainly Jack 7 with an ante makes the cut.
Any queen with no ante, you say?
Queen deuce suited for 10 bigs is definitely okay, yeah.
Nice.
I guess queen deuce off would be right on the edge, but the ante is very meaningful. I mean, you have to adjust these very aggressively. So any queen 10 big blinds with ante is certainly okay.
Oh, for sure. But it was interesting because, I mean, it's, you know, no ante, typically a cash game spot.
Yeah, I have to say, I played a lot of heads up sit and goes, which is just a pure format, so like small blind versus big blind with no ante essentially every time.
Ah, I see. That's
and then also there are tournaments where they do reduce the big blind ante as you get to heads up.
Right. I mean, online tournaments where they're still taking an ante from each person.
Yeah. So then you have essentially 1/4 of a big blind if it's only 2 people. And mind you, these players are mostly used to online tournaments. We did have some players with good live-handed mobs, one of which was eliminated.
All these players today had to outlast 700 players exactly to make it to this feature table. Just the final 6 qualified for flight's accommodation, tournament credit, and the extra cash.
There we go, Granty helping us out in chat. Dawn equals Sukti. That's him right there on the screen.
Okay.
Says playing perfect. Well done, Dawn.
Dawn with Jack 10 suited. Can he continue up this play?
Is this a term of respect, Granty? Like the Godfather, Don Corleone? Or is it something to do with their nickname or something like that? Let us know.
We've got twin hands in action here. Jack 10 suited versus Jack 10 suited.
Rips it.
The former goes for the jam.
All you can eat. This is what chip leads will do. And look at this spot. You just hate it. Jack 10 suited, 13 bigs. what feels like would be a bit of a gamble if you call it off.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to find the call here. Even without too much ICM pressure, it just seems like a spot where you're flipping at best. Dominated sometimes, never dominating your opponent. Live to fight another day. Find a better spot.
It's so pretty though. Sukti, aka Dawn, in the blender. I think he's gonna end up folding it. There we go.
Had to be done, unfortunate results-wise, but I still say good play by Dawn. Someone's wondering if the high roller ultra stack is going to be streamed. I don't believe so. I know we have some similar named high roller events, but I believe the ultra stack itself is not one of them. We just have the Super High Roller Championship and the Superstar Championship coming up.
The 25K and the 50K, basically.
Yes.
First time for both here at the APT. I mean, we do have the Superstar usually as a 25K, but that is now our new highest buy-in, 50,000 schmeckles.
Yeah, the high roller ultra stack, that's the 15K buy-in, if I'm not mistaken.
Ed Fenton in chat. Can check out our schedule at apt.poker. Do we have the stream schedule on there? You can always catch us at the start or end of the stream, or rewind on the stream you're watching right now to see our schedule. But Kyle did spell it out for you. Do hit subscribe though, in case you haven't. Follow along for another 9 days of poker action streaming and of course in person. Any of you still on the brink, come on down. Taipei, by the way, super visa friendly as well. Amazing city. Kyle and I have had the pleasure of experiencing some cocktail bars.
Oh yeah.
It's my 4th time here, and I feel like I already am discovering the best places I've ever been to in Taipei.
So far, it has been a very fun, eventful trip for discovering new places for myself as well.
You've absolutely changed my lunch schedule with our favorite sandwich place, Chinita's.
Yes.
Right next to the venue. Go check it out if you love yourself a Cubano or a panini sandwich. Tons of fun coffee, food, going out places right next to the venue here at Red Space in Taipei.
Pot facing the jam from Crown to Porn.
Makes the call. We have a flip.
Kradum Porn, the player at risk. Go to the flop.
Oh my goodness.
Ace 9-4. Everybody hits, but Kradum Porn will hit the best of it with the set. Upapot drawing to the boat outs. Does not hit it. Kradum Porn hitting a set of 4s is good for the double up to 2 million in chips, 19 big blinds. Nearly swapping places with Upapot. Down to 7 bigs. Was once dominating this table when we were top 5. Now is the overwhelming short stack with just 7 big blinds.
Well, at least both players know that it would have gone all in on the flop anyway, or the turn, or at some point.
Yes. No, the only solace was the potential for ace-9 to fold pre, but button versus big blind, 8 big blind jam.
We've seen jams on this table alone with things like ace-4 suited.
Yeah.
And Kradum Porn just seems very, very clear on his ranges. Ace-9 certainly has to call it off.
Yeah, I could see this the big blind jamming 8 bigs with nearly any ace, so you do have a lot of those hands dominated. Ace-9. If you are sitting on 8 bigs and you think the button's opening wide enough,
Yeah, you have some fold
you don't hate to jam ace deuce.
I can't remember where I read this, whether it was a poker book or 2+2, but you know when you're doing this math in terms of equities against someone's range, etc. I think this was an author of some poker book. Let's just say Gus Hansen in his book, Every Hand Revealed. This seems about right. He's
Sure.
like, you always have to give them just 10% going crazy equity. You know, Ace-9, yes, every once in a while you will dominate the 10-9 that just went for it. You will dominate the Ace-Deuces, the Queen-9s, the Jack-9s. And you play poker enough and you realize he's right.
Upapot now just sitting on 6 bigs with the blinds up. Jams ace-queen. Gets it through to the big blind. Not too much more to call, but still 5 big blinds to call. Don going to make the fold. And Upapot gets away with it. Back up to 1 million in chips.
Stephen Lai in chat says good evening.
Ah.
Just busted the freeze out. Sorry to hear that, my friend.
Not the freeze out, but the daily freeze out. 28th.
28th, you
Oh,
cashed.
cashed, right? Yeah.
Very cool.
Congrats on your cash. Sure, we're hoping for more, but sounds like a good start to the playing portion of your series.
Sounds like a fun night ahead.
There you go. Yeah, that going crazy equity, it's what makes everybody human and not a bunch of robots playing each other.
Yeah.
And you always got to account for that. Because I don't know about you, but even from time to time, I still do it.
Oh, yeah. And how many times do we, having the benefit of cards up coverage, say he could never have so-and-so, and yet he does. He could never have a weak hand here, but they end up having, 4 deuce off. So
Never is a tough term to use in poker.
yeah. I took a class on decision science in college where you were graded based on the probability you put next to an answer.
Oh.
So you had to put a probability next to every option.
Okay.
And if you put 0 on something that was correct, or by definition 1 on something that was incorrect,
Yeah.
you failed the class.
Ooh.
Minus infinity you got.
Interesting.
Certainty is not the way to go.
No.
Jack 10 in a tough spot again.
Yeah.
Pretty standard to find the jam with the ace-9 off. Getting the count here. It's going to feel close, considering Pasit can afford to call it off. But I think a fold is in order here. Jack 10 off is a bit too weak for those extra 7 bigs. Getting 2-1, but dominated so often. I know we were in the blender a moment ago with Jack 10 suited as well, but did find the fold then.
I've always hated that term, can afford to call it off. As if how much chips you have remaining influences the EV of the decision.
In ICM, I guess.
I guess so, but it almost is now, it anti-influences it, because the more chips you have, the less they're worth.
Yeah, in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
At Passit's stack depth, I think it should make no difference. Yeah, it's about whether you'd be competitive in the tournament. If you're wrong, Sukti certainly was correct. Or Dawn, as we found out he's called. So everybody's still in with a shot. I know we see Upapot at 6.3 bigs, but we've seen these tables just become roller coasters. We're short-handed, so short stack can do some serious damage. I do find that the top pros do a lot of work in the sub-10 big blind stack depth, and also expand that to playing short-handed, ranging from 8-handed, 7-handed, 6-handed, and so on, because that's where every decision is so crucial, sometimes so unintuitive. And also, you can actually put it to work. You can really put people into tough spots with short stacks,
Yeah.
as we've been seeing. Steven in chat says, good prep for the main event next Monday. Indeed, Steven Lai will be playing the main event, and we will no doubt be rooting for him from the booth. Our fellow commentator, who entertains you all the time, will now be in the mix with the sickos playing the 10K APT Championship main event.
Steve, assuming Upapat's just getting this through pre. Yeah, Steven saying, I'm thinking I should get into the main 5 minutes before the end of play on day one, just so I can have a photo.
Dude, that's
bag for Instagram.
genius. That is genius. The Instagram equity. Just join.
Something about doing that feels like playing off the rack.
Oh.
It feels like
you mean,
I just want to jump in 5 minutes just to get the bag photo, and then suddenly
you mean you're more likely
you
to
get
bust.
coolered. Yeah.
Yeah. Steven, if you do that, you heard the warning, right, from Kyle?
Don't play out of the rack. It's the same thing.
Don't even look at your hand.
That's it.
Next question in the chat. The final table from the Natural 8 Cup Championship freeze-out will be live streamed. Indeed, it will be. We just hit the final table.
Yes, that will be the big feature stream tomorrow.
All day. Check it out. 11:30 or so, local time, I believe.
I think the tournament starts at 11:15, and we're on a 30-minute delay, so we should see cards in the air by 11:45. The stream will be starting around 11:30.
Just hit subscribe, and when you open your YouTube on Saturday, it'll take care of it. Come join us. It's going to be a fun one. I believe 250,000. The old $250,000 USD up top, not to mention the championship main event ticket. Fun names in the mix as well. Kitty Kuo comes to mind. The Taiwanese legend.
Ooh, and another setup hand. Big open,
Oh,
Sukdi.
this is it. This is just it. Four-handed, what a cooler. And this man, Kyle Cottonporn, has been biding his time and now on the favorable end of an absolutely sick cooler. He could do anything with the pocket tens. We'll just want to get the chips in there.
Yep. They're short enough. It's a setup hand, and for the 4th time in 38 hands.
Oh, he's just called, by the way.
Kings. No way.
I don't blame him at all because you pointed out the big raise size, but
You do get 1 SPR on this flop. Don't
Yeah,
hate it, but you don't want your opponent to get scared off.
yeah, it could have come ace, queen, jack or something.
Right? Yeah.
That being said, Sukti not running that great.
No.
Now with 1
This
SPR.
gets in here for sure.
I like the call pre-flop. Coming over the top of a big raise size is a bit sus. He's betting out of flow, mind you. Just 1 big on this board. Should be enough to induce. You're not going to be doing that with a 3. I don't think Sukdi is afraid of overpairs just yet. And look at this. He's just called. Both players giving themselves a chance to not get all the chips in. And a 10 on the turn. My goodness. I may have jinxed it, saying Kradenporn was being rewarded for his patience. This is tough. No way to get away from it with the overpair. And Sukti can just comfortably call. Mind you, Kradenporn has let 2 streets out of flow. His hand looks like a 7. Or some sort of a draw. He's bet 400K. Nothing to do but just call here. Weren't we talking about feelings in poker? We're looking down at aces. How about binking the boat on the turn?
Not a bad feeling. Not a bad feeling.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
A little bit.
There's always this episode that talks about bottling a feeling and selling it like a perfume. That's the one I'd make $1 billion from. And now there's the all-in with the overpair and the snap bad news. The only redemption is that there might just be a blind and change behind in Kradenporn's stack. They're tapping the table. The dealer will do the work and let them know if that should be the case. But looks like The stacks are being cleared out. Let's get a count. If our graphics team is correct, it's not yet time for Crowd and Porn to leave us. Chip in a chair might be left.
I mean, that chip in a chair is worth a lot of value with a 10K ticket up top.
That's
You're
true.
not out. You still have a shot at it.
That is true. One big blind on this table. It's worth hundreds of dollars in equity.
And
our lovely
play
dealer.
that one big blind from the small blind. You can win the ante. You can win the big blind. You know.
I think we stopped that, by the way. We're big blind first now?
Well, either way, you're in the small blind, so you would win the big blind and the ante, no matter what. But
oh, okay. Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
But if you were, I believe we're big blind first. Yes.
So you could quintuple up?
Essentially.
There we go. Chip count complete. Our lovely dealer doing the hard work of pointing out to Crowd and Porn that he's still in with a shot.
Yep. Yeah, minimum triple up, even if it folds to you.
1.3 bigs. That is so tough.
Only four-handed.
3 spots away from the main event ticket.
You do have to put in half your stack here in the small blind, so you're pretty pot committed to whatever cards you've got. Best case scenario, you get some isolation. Get someone to raise big and get the big blind to fold. Chance to quadruple up. Maybe second best scenario is it folds to you in the small blind and you get to spin it up versus a random 2 cards.
About 10 minutes from the break here as well. With that one elimination seeming imminent. Unless the spin up can begin. I think players will now start eyeing the break.
Nah, play for the win. Go for it right now. 4-way all in. Make it crazy.
You have some plans, Kyle?
You never know. I haven't looked at what's going on tonight, but always something fun. I just want action for our viewers. Something fun, something exciting, something crazy.
And some cocktails, perhaps, afterwards. So 2 hyenas going after the one big blind or so. Queen, 3 deuce. Somehow the Jack 4 is still ahead.
Wild.
I am rooting for the spin up here. No 5, no 6, no 7, and he's in the clear. This would be a crazy triple up, and here it is.
No way. The Robbie.
The Robbie gets the triple. So it begins.
Didn't even have to make a somewhat questionable call on that river as Crowd and Porn was forced all in pre-flop, essentially. Didn't even get the isolation, but wakes up to the good news of quadrupling up. Now gets 2 free hands. Some extra chips to play with, and just like that, saving that few chips behind, could spin back up into a competitive stack in this final 4.
Certainly ain't over till it's over. 3.5 bigs now. 2 chip leaders at the top at 24 bigs.
Just imagine Crowd and Porn spinning this back up and taking down the main event ticket and then running deep in the main. And what a story that could be emerging from this spin up down to 1 big blind.
You sound like a sports bettor talking about a parlay. What about if this happens and then this happens?
Hey, we were just talking about characters. We have found a potential character here, Vadur. This could be the underdog dream story we've all been waiting for. And if he takes down the main, they better clip my voice on that right there.
Hey, good idea to just
I've
throw
had-
some things out there.
Right? if I start claiming this about 20 people, eventually one of them is going to run deep in the main. It's going to get exciting. To be fair, so far, the only one I've said that about is Kratom Porn, so I'm putting the good vibes out there, see what happens.
You know how I started commentating is, as a player, the commentator liked the way I played on one final table, and in the next series, they were like, there's this underdog guy, you don't know about him, but I think he's going to make the final table. And when I did, he was like, I knew it, I bet on you. That's how we became friends.
That's amazing.
That could be what we're witnessing here. But for now, we have the 3-bet coming, of course, with the premium ace-king. Queen 5 suited. Was a bit frisky, as you would tend to be. You're tied for the chip lead, and this is the hand when your co-chip leader is in the small blind out of position, but unfortunately, Sukti, aka Dawn, woke up with the ace-king. Basit can't see the cards, of course, so he might feel he's being played back at. Sometimes you gotta let them have it. You have Queen 5 suited. A little bit of Hollywooding.
Smile back to the crew.
Remind me, was it Basit who played the ace-king by flatting in the big blind? I believe it was. Like I was mentioning how that's not a move I would make on camera. I think these players are pretty comfortable with the cameras. They're just playing their game.
Yeah.
I do find that impressive. Look at that. He seems pretty relaxed.
Stephen Lai saying the Final 9 has 9 different nationalities. Final 9 for
tomorrow.
Which event?
The Natural Aid Cup Championship.
I don't think it does.
Oh yeah, I see 2 from Japan.
Two Koreans.
Oh, 2 Koreans.
Yeah.
1 from Japan. 2 Aussies.
Is that 2 Aussies? I don't think so. The damn Union Jack is a little confusing to look at, but I think there's 2 South Koreans.
Oh, okay.
Very
close enough. Situation brewing here, Kyle.
Ooh.
This is an
Very
easy
tiny
call.
jam, yep.
The only question is, do isolate? He does have the big stack behind him in the form of Pasits, but
I think call was the right move, but
oh, look
Upa
at this.
Pot, pocket 8s, small jam, button call. You're also pretty short stacked.
I mean, you have 6 bigs. You just go with it, and we could be looking at a double elimination in the form of this flip ace-9 versus 8s. Ace-4 is just in rough shape. I'm not even sure what they need. 4s or running wheel cards as we head to this 3-way all-in once again.
If they can somehow muster up a bunch of hearts, that is not the 8 and 9 of hearts that are already in their hands. That is another road to victory, but a very difficult one.
This is a tough one to spin up for Kratom Porn, but let's not forget Upapat was the chip leader, 5-handed. Needs to hold him.
Don't forget, 1 in 10 times, Kratom Porn will take down this pot. And I can guarantee we've all bet on much worse odds in our lifetime and expected better results.
All poker players in the hybrid term of natural 8s. Blinds are up 200, 500 with the 500 blind ante, please.
Wow, the tension as these players wait for the flop is palpable. Here we go. King, king, deuce. 8 in the clear thus far. Ace-4 gets some help in the form of a deuce. The Ace-4 would love to see a Queen, Jack, 10 or 9. For those chop outs and counterfeit outs. How about an ace? Actually does give 9 outs. Yeah, for the chop. Any card above a 9.
Yeah.
And the 8's in trouble, of course. And there's the king,
Wow.
so a chop. Kradenporn with the spin up does survive, and it's Upapat eliminated, losing the flip to both players. Takes a sip of his beverage as he walks out with a smile. Love the attitude. Hard luck there.
In a shocking twist, Upapat dominating this final table with 5 players remaining, somehow is eliminated in 4th place.
And that sigh of relief from Kradenporn, the chip in a chair story in full activated mode here. 1.3 bigs, now up to 750k, 6 bigs.
Only 10% equity pre-flop, finds a way to take down half the pot and chip up. Drawing nearly dead on that flop.
We were almost heads up if it wasn't for that river. As it stands now, we have a stack of about 6 bigs. And what a way to head to the break here. Could have been heads up, like I said. Instead, a very, very exciting hand 41 there. 3-way action leading to the elimination of Upapat. Walks away with 16,000 Thai pot. See the next page jumps. We're talking $100 and $150. And of course, the $1,000 first place cash prize. But don't forget the APT Championship Main Event entry, which is what it's all about to first place here. It's been an amazing first session here with these players. We're down to 3-handed. Anything can happen. You do not want to miss it. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you after the break.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards, including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Asian Poker Tour Championship Series here at Red Space in Taipei, Taiwan. You are watching the APT Thailand Exclusive, where we have our final 3 players, some dramatic runouts, and a short stack that just won't quit. Can they come back to take it down and start writing the course of history with a main event ticket? One of these players sure will. I'm Pocket Kyles, and of course, joined back in the booth by Vidur Single. Vidur, are you excited for our final 3 and how this just might play out?
Always rooting for a chip and a chair story. We do have 3 contenders remaining. Crowd and Porn coming back from 1.3 bigs, quadrupling up through 2 hands to about 6 bigs or so. I think with the level change, might be looking closer to 5. Now we do have our chip leader. And of course, we do have $550 or so locked up in USD. There you see it. That's 19,000 Thai baht. The pay jumps are meaningful, but not as meaningful as the first place prize. That's the $10,000 APT Championship Main Event entry. And of course, it does come with the extra $50,000 bonus if you conquer the APT Championship Main Event. Let's take a look at who's going to ship it as we head back to the table here at the APT Thailand Exclusive. This is, of course, our last fun final table as we have with the Natural 8 and the APT Championship events. Tomorrow onwards, we take a look at the final table of the Natural 8 Cup Championship event. Almost $250,000 to the first place winner there, along with the main event ticket. Yes. We're just about approaching that day, Kyle, the main event coverage. Lurking around the corner now, not too far.
Getting closer. And as a little teaser for tomorrow, we do know that Kitty Kuo is on that final table. We unfortunately missed her in the tag team event live stream earlier today. She was scheduled to show and play with Frankie, but they opted to sub her out to let her play the Natural 8 Cup Championship. And so far, it has paid off with a spot on the final table. Tune in tomorrow around 11:30. to see how that one plays out.
There's the chip leader. Had some support in chat. Sukti, aka Dawn. 4.1 million under the gun means the button 3-handed. Should be an easy open. Hasid to clear second in chips, 2.4 million for him. Both players will be eyeing getting to heads up with the most chips possible with a short stack in the mix. Till then, Sukti gets to put a lot of pressure on Pasit thanks to insane ICM.
Is it? Is it insane ICM? I don't know, man. That ticket.
Yeah, I know what you mean in terms of
it all.
The math of it being a winner-take-all, but
yeah.
The ICM meaning heads up gives you the best chance to win, of course, so you want to get a heads up. He has a stack where you're not losing too much value by folding your way into heads up, so certainly can't take too many spots if he feels he has a better chance of waiting it out, and maybe has an edge heads up as well.
Yeah. It is nearly a $200 pay jump. Yeah. 170, I believe.
Not too bad for a $35 buy-in. The difference between third place and first place is about 500 USD.
But a 170 pay jump to what is nearly a 10K in value pay jump from second to first. You take every chip you can get, any chance you can get it.
I think from what we've seen, these players are certainly thinking the same way.
Yeah.
Not seeing too many ladder-oriented plays, although with the $10,000 main event ticket, wouldn't make much sense. Now the jam with the Jack 10. I think this is going to get called. After all, it's 1.7 bigs, but it's a fair fight. 2 middling cards versus the king. Takes his time.
With how much time was thought there, I was starting to get worried that there was some percentage of the chance he might not call this.
Nah, I don't think so. I think we've seen Sukti take his time.
That's true. That's true. I just got a little nervous because I thought it was snap call basically any two in that spot.
Gotta get that camera time in.
All right.
I don't mind it. By the way, you can see we are displaying the overhead cam for the floor there. As we head to the flop, it does have a king, so now it's 4 outs to make Broadway. Queen and a queen only on this river for the dream story to continue. But the 10 means we do lose Crowd Porn. In third place, $546 for his efforts. In Taipei, that is not too bad. For a $35 buy-in, all smiles as he leaves, mind you, $450 in tournament credits as well for this APT Championship. So great showing and a great result. And now we're heads up. The rich have gotten richer. Sukti has a huge chip lead going into heads up. I believe 2-1.
Well, they're not going to use my underdog soundbite anymore, unfortunately.
Keep putting them out there, Kyle.
Right?
Never know.
But yes, as you said, 2-1 chip lead nearly exactly. As they reposition the chips slightly here to make heads up a little bit more dramatic. And as they should. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit overkill with these smaller tournaments, but this is a massive heads-up battle. What started off as a $35 buy-in now includes flights, accommodations, $1,000, and a 10,000 USD tournament ticket. An absolute dream result from a $35 buy-in. This is what Cinderella stories are made of. Ticket alone is worth approximately 300 entries into this tournament. That's assuming no rake.
You're basically playing
value.
a $5 million guaranteed event for $35. You know, now that you mention these parlays, this is how the poker boom got started, the moneymaker effect.
Right.
Online satellite turned into a main event ticket, and who knows what happens. I'm excited to see all our championship ticket winners in the main in a couple of days.
Have you ever turned a very small satellite buy-in into a major ticket?
Oh, interesting. I did do one of these grinds you do to earn points to get a ticket, and actually almost won the tournament, like chopped the tournament from a free ticket.
No way.
That was about maybe 30K.
Okay, that's pretty massive.
From a free ticket.
Yeah. Both players flopping draws. D with the better draw. Open ender. Pass it. With 8 high. Backdoor spades and the gutter.
Love the initiative. Check raising the gutty. Especially at this sizing. No shot, it works out against Sukti. The only question is, call or fight back? For now, just a call. Passit is ahead, mind you, right now, with 8 high. So the outs are actually showing for Sukti. Deuce changes nothing. Does Passit continue?
I mean, it's a brick turn. You are the aggressor, but pot is getting very inflated. Does check.
Gets to see a free river. It's the king, which means the check mark for Passit, but can he get to showdown with 8 high? He might just bluff at it, thinking there's no way he's winning. But the story needs to make sense, and for him not to continue with a potential king on the turn might just hold him back from betting this.
Yeah, value bet here would be very confusing.
Does have the 5 in his hand. He
a
says
jam?
all in. He says, you know I don't have a king, but I know you don't have one either.
Yeah.
All you can need.
And a quick fold from Sukdi.
What a cool move. What a Tom Dwan move. The old Tom Dwan story was that he said that what really changed him as a poker player was Phil Galfond pointing out a spot to him, and Tom Dwan asked Galfond, should I call this or should I raise? And Galfond replied, or you can just jam. 5x overbet. You got to consider all your options. Love seeing that.
Love it.
Slight overbet there by Pasut. Gets the job done. They'd have the 8 high best hand anyway, but goes to show he's willing to go for it. This could be a fun heads-up battle on our hands, folks.
Looking back at the clock, the blinds go up again. 80K, 160K.
Minutes to the next level, so these players have plenty of stacks to make some moves, as we just saw. Tough to be studied heads up, but for these players to beat a 700-player field in the tournament in Thailand online, clearly they know what they're doing. We're seeing a limping strategy with the Queen 7 off, the computer hand. 9-7 off comes along. Jack deuce. Paired board means we have the best hand firing as a bluff. Stacks are getting close, Kyle. Anyone's game.
So D had just one more backdoor draw there. I would have said go for the check raise.
25 bigs and 20 bigs. There's the hardware on offer. Thailand Exclusive APT Championship 2025 event. But there is, of course, the giant main event pass as well.
One step at a time, one step at a time. So I think for me, the biggest kind of step satellite journey that I went on was a $5 buy-in. Now, of course, this led to another step satellite, another one, but the $5 buy-in inevitably turned into a $5,000 WSOP online main event.
Oh, okay.
To which I busted fairly quickly.
That's okay. How was the experience of playing a 5K main event?
It was very exciting. I was, and of course, I didn't just enter the one $5 bullet. I think I ended up spending probably a couple $100 in satellite entries of varying stakes, but it did end up being one of the $5 ones that led to a 50, led to a 500, and 500 was a wild ride, but top pair for Sukdi in this hand.
I do want to take your story as an opportunity to point out that we still have in-person satellites for a lot of our championship events.
Yes.
If you're at the venue or planning to come, play the ones that you can afford, never play outside your role, and just shot take using satellites. That's certainly what I would recommend. Two strong hands playing pretty passively on all streets, including pre-flop.
Yeah.
Pair pre-flop at this stack depth is interesting, but they are at that awkward 20-ish big blind stack depth. Not everybody knows how to navigate heads up. value bet with the ace here. Love to see it. How many of you would look at this board and decide to just check it behind? Fearing flushes, jacks, tens. Instead, he's eking out value. And he might just get some with pocket deuces. That's it. Tempted, but doesn't give in to the urge. Each blind crucial now. Three to two now, the chip lead. Fair enough.
Yeah, if the main event is outside of your scope, for just $90, you can enter a Step 0 hyper satellite to the Step 1 mega satellite for the APT Championship Main Event.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, just 12:30 in the afternoon. And the Step 1 is at 5 p.m. That's a $350 buy-in if you want to skip Step 0.
2 p.m.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was looking at the late reg. Sorry, 11 a.m. is Step 0. 2 p.m. is the Step 1.
Is Step 1 the final step?
No, there's Step 2. Step 2 is a $1,700 buy-in.
There you go. You can do what one of these two players is about to do. Turn under $100 into the main event seat. And look at this flop. Passit has just flopped the joint. And it's against an opponent that may pay a ton of chips. The Jack 7 looks deceptively not like much, but it's a double gut shot on this board. An 8 or a queen would make him a straight, and the 8 would be the worst to fall because he'd have the lower straight. This could get spicy. Sukdi does have the chip lead as well and could decide to play it aggressively. Wouldn't blame him. He's been in control this whole match ever since he got the chip lead. Could this be the dent? There it is. The action is bumped up. How's that for a feeling, Kyle? Flop the nuts and get check raised.
There are not many better feelings in the world, I would say, Vidur, than flopping the nuts and getting check raised.
As Larry David would say, pretty good. Pretty good. He's putting on a decent show. I like it. No timing tell. Quick check of his cards. Ask the dealer how much and just calls. This looks convincing to me. 1.6 in the middle, 2.2 behind. The ace means the queen jack is still the nuts. How does Sukdi want to proceed? Now, in terms of your value range, when you check raise on king 10-9, you're representing something like two pairs, something like king jack, king queen at a minimum that played deceptively pre-flop for some reason. Does have the jack blocker to the absolute nuts. Decides to check. Good time for it. And a tricky check on the turn by Passit with the nuts. Wow. I love the fancy play, although I have to say he would have got some value from one of the few hands that is a draw on this board, the Jack 7 double gut shot. Does he get value on the river, though? There we see it. Chips being reached for. Sukdi gives the donation.
About 1/3 pot, yeah.
That's 500K for Passits right there. And the chip lead is incoming because he has the nuts straight. We're heads up. He's got to raise for value.
I don't think you lose to anything that just calls pre in the big blind.
Yeah, pretty much out of the question. I think it went
like king
check,
9,
check.
potentially.
I just don't think any hand is possible, Kyle,
Yeah.
because after the check raise, we saw the check from Sukti.
Yeah.
Now it's the full Hollywood. Oh, the facial expression now. I mean, the level of this performance is fooling me. Is he just going to flat call? Don't hurt me like this, Bassett. You're winning the hand either way, but... Yeah, there we go. It's about the raise size.
I mean, you know, I definitely, I don't mind. Maybe it's less Hollywooding and more, what do I get value from here? How do I get it? What's the play?
But I do think the facial expressions were Hollywooding. Because otherwise he'd be putting on a poker face. But I think that was
true.
for
That's true.
his opponent's benefit. I mean, listen, we see it up close thanks to our excellent camera team on the screen. You know, sometimes you gotta, it's like acting for the theater versus acting for film. We're seeing the expressions very big on film. But when you want your opponent to see it, you want to make it a bit obvious.
Yeah.
All that being said, we have a new chip leader, Kyle.
Pass it. Taking the reins in this heads-up battle. New favorite for the 10K ticket. Still anybody's game.
Nine-five suited. Let's see how Sukti proceeds now that he's no longer the chip leader. Has been limping. This is the right candidate. Yeah, proceeds with the limp. King 10, this is interesting. Can attack a limp many ways. I would recommend not checking behind. All in is on the table as well. I like this. Bumps it up. 400, 2.5 big blinds to call. Super borderline for Sukti. It's suited, he's in position. Seems to be on the edge of the limp fold range to me. Then again, he just lost a big pot, lost the chip lead.
They're still connected.
They're connected by 3. 5 in the window, and a 9, and a king.
What are with these action flops? Everybody flops a piece. But Sukti with the best of it. Bottom 2.
Oh, surely this ends up with all the chips in the middle. Top pair versus bottom 2. Cooler flop, really. And after Bassett has been the one to take the betting lead pre-flop. He's asking for a count first to start sizing.
I don't think you can get the count of your opponent's chip stack, but worth a try. But if your opponent's friendly enough, they might count it out for you.
Or is it because Sukti had cut out some chips in front of him, maybe some confusion? But I think the end result is going to be a continuation bet from Bassett, and very curious how Sukti proceeds. Mind you, the flop is with 2 clubs, so might want to fast play this one. Both players might want to do that with no club in their hand. C-bet. It's a hefty one too. Half pot, just a call. I like the flat call in position by Sukti. Keep the ace highs in there. Deuce is clean. 2 million in the middle, almost 1 SPR. We could be looking at the full double for Sukti, which would give him a huge chip lead.
2 flush draws out there, 2 very strong hands.
Oh, he's just ripped it.
Oh, and that's snapped off. Sukti with the dream spot to take a stranglehold on this tournament. Bassett drawing to a king, a 10, or the counterfeit deuce.
18%, or we're looking at a 5.5 to 1 chip lead here at the APT Thailand Exclusive. And there is the 10. Oh my word, Kyle, it's all over, and we have a champion and a main event ticket winner.
In dramatic fashion, Bassett finds the river and takes down the APT Thailand Exclusive.
The $10,000 10. Sukti takes it pretty well, all things considered. And there we have it. The winner of the APT Thailand Exclusive and the main event pass. Well done to pass it from Thailand, of course. Round of applause in the room and from the rail.
Let's quickly give it up for our runner-up, Sukdi in second place. Flights, accommodations, the $450 in credits, and $718 payout for this final table. But the champion, Pasit, with all those things mentioned, $1,000 payout, that APT Baby Lion trophy, and that major 10K pass.
Very well played by both, but in particular by Sukti, you have to feel badly for them for the bad beat there, but put on a great show with the chip lead. Poker can go like that. We see in third place, Kyle, your favorite, Phantom Corn, couldn't get it done. The chip
I had
and
a
chair
dream.
story.
I had a dream,
I get
Vidar.
it. I've been there. It's part of being in the booth. There's nothing we can do. The world is passing us by 30 minutes ahead because we worked with the delay. But it was a super fun table. I really liked the action the players brought to the table.
Yes.
The card distribution also helped. And there we have wrapped up our Thailand table. Of course, the tag team you covered earlier, the Natural 8 Hong Kong and the Natural 8 Taiwan table. So that's 2 days of streaming where we have a lot of fun. Started out with the HKPPA event as well. Now on to some big, big prize pools. We're talking the 1.2 million Natural 8 Cup tomorrow. Of course, a championship event where we will be giving out $250,000 up top. Also, the APT Champion Trophy that we are loving. There is the schedule. Stick with us because then we have the Super High Roller, which just started, by the way. Day 1 is on. That's a $25,000 event. And then the Superstar Championship, which is the $50,000 event. So talk about big prize pools, big entries. I'm looking forward to seeing the best of the best, not just in Asia, but Kyle and I have been spotting some superstars from global poker out there on the floor here at Red Space. I'm super pumped, Kyle. And what about what follows next?
Oh, it's the moment we're all building up towards the APT Championship Main Event, $10,000 freeze out. Of course, featured in that pool will be Pasit from today's Thailand Exclusive. And he will get his shot as well as hundreds of other hopefuls to make it all the way to that final day on the 28th, where we'll be streaming from day 2 all the way down to a winner and crowning the first APT Championship Main Event freeze-out victor. After that, of course, we have our High Roller Championship and our Mini High Roller Championship to close out the series, but that is still plenty of ways away. We've got the big events starting to ramp our way up to that main event. So much coverage coming down the line. The excitement is absolutely buzzing here at Red Space in Taipei. And Vidar, I don't think you could have put it better yourself. Pasit with the $10,000 10 on the river to send him to the APT Championship Main Event.
Well, we will play some highlights as we close out this table, so stick around if you want to enjoy those, but do hit subscribe so that you can follow all the madness to come that we just discussed. And of course, if you're railing someone here, go to apt.poker, check out the live updates. The main event starts in a couple of days. The 24th will be day 1. Just one day, one flight, by the way. It's all to play for. We look forward to having you along for the journey, and we will see you tomorrow.
Too humble to brag. Drop the ball on occasion, but never fumble the bag. She get up early and often. She gotta work for the man. While all these Instagram get paid to twerk on the gram. No offense. Smoke a little bit to get in mind right. Never really yearned for the limelight. Spend a couple hundred for a cheap thrill. Wasn't really worth it in hindsight. Follow you, baby. Why don't you show me the way? I know the one when I see her. I ain't gon' throw it away.
to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
G 404 ADL. Yeah, hey. I ain't got no time to chill. I be smoking them trees. I ain't popping no pills. Stay lifting that still. I feel every perk. I'm putting that work with the bars. Yeah, still. No Olympics. Flip bars with the skills. You can feel it, man. I'm hungry. I need me a meal. I'm different. Hate it or love it. I'm real. Pivot straight to the top. Fuck a deal. Man, this broke shit lame, y'all better stop playing. I'm trying to run game till y'all stop paying. Cause I'ma stop, babe. Wanna get far, babe. Ain't got the best cars, babe. And this shit kinda hard, babe. But you know I ain't giving up. Yeah, I wanna live it up. When they hit me up, yeah, they know what's up. I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. Climbing out the bottom, ain't got no other option. Type shit, working night shift. Cause I ain't popping for the budget, not the profit. Yeah, but I keep going. Cause I love it. Ain't known by the public. And they treat you like a ghost when you're not the topic. Bad bitches treat you like you're ugly. But when you get the money, they be so lovely. When you get the champagne, they be so bubbly. I ain't complaining, I know the game. So when I get the bag, the same bad bitches will be crying. You don't love me, I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. You got the best workout plan, but it doesn't work out, man. Cause you don't work out then. You better put that work in. I keep going, still shine when the rain keeps pouring. Still grinding when the shit is boring. Keep slipping on me, you gon' wake up to this work like it's morning. It's not a warning, I keep moving forward, it's too important. Put this shit in motion, Jewish rapper, you know I'm kosher. I really do it for the people in the culture. Black and Jewish, you can call me Schwartz, nigga. Want a ball, fuck the courts, nigga. Got that dope shit with a port, nigga. From the block, but I chose to get this dough with this flows. To pimp this hoes with these shows. Life ain't no fun when you broke. Life ain't no fun when you broke. I gotta get this dough, so I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. up later. I'm too busy right now.